200 episodes of too many movies. Wow. That means we're only one shower away from the 500th episode of too many movies. uh, that's funny. Sorry. No, I'm not that smelly. I was just acting out the role of therapy speak slop Christopher Nolan fan. I don't know why I said Nolan. That's the first director that came to mind. Fuck.
That was a good time for me to do the intro. So,
Hello and welcome to Too Many Movies, episode 200. I'm your host, Citizen Hal, and with me here is Lazy Bones. Say hello to Lazy Bones, everyone.
hello to Lazy Bones, everyone. Hey, look at that.
No, you're Lazy Bones. I'm Hal.
I'm Lazy Bones? Oh, okay. Bony, ain't I? That's my catchphrase, everybody. I'm Lazy
Ain't
Bones.
I a bona?
Yeah. I'm like a Family Guy clip, just putting any normal voice to any wacky cartoon character, and that's the joke. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Lazy, today's a very special episode 200. I'm making it a whatever wheel episode. So whatever we land on, that's what we're going to be talking about. So this is very exciting. We haven't done a whatever wheel in a while.
We totally didn't go back to this, and we didn't keep spinning until we landed on whatever we're talking about for episode 200.
No, don't give away anything. Don't say anything. No, we're not doing that.
I'm just full of surprises, aren't I?
No, we're gonna land on whatever it lands on, and we're gonna talk about it. So I'm spinning the wheel right now, and this is gonna be very exciting because whatever it lands on, we're doing an episode on.
Yeah.
So we can't do the joke now because we did just land on Harryhausen shorts in the Children's Classic Theater DVD. So I was trying to
first try.
I was trying to do a joke where we were just because I had this planned already that we were going to do the Harryhausen shorts in the Children's Classic Theater DVD, and then the joke was, oh, we're going to spin the wheel, oh, but we're going to keep spinning it until we actually land on it. First try, I land on it. First try.
Yeah.
So I can't do the joke.
Like Lego Batman says, the Lego movie, first try.
Now we can't be funny in our intro. All right.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Phineas, you're welcome to the intro for 200 for episode 200.
Yeah, Phineas, please say something funny.
Your mom?
All right, that's fine.
Yeah,
all right,
exactly. That's funny.
All right, moving on. Yeah,
Look,
mustard comes from mustard seeds.
Yeah, I've never heard mustard and tree in the same sense before. I've heard of mustard seeds before.
Yeah.
See, I don't know if mustard trees are a real thing, but I can make them a real thing.
What, like trees where like the mustard bottle grows out of the leaves, sprouts out of the buds?
Advertising Heinz.
Yeah. You could do that. You could also not do that. You know, I think the world's mustard supply is plenty in shape, you know.
Hey, Hal,
You make a fair argument.
How do you think relish comes from seeds or from a tree?
I relish the idea of that. Well, relish, pickles, cucumbers, ground. There you go.
Crazy.
So
And if you remember, they came from pickles.
Yeah, don't you dare, don't you dare test my knowledge on condiments, my guy.
I'm gonna quote you on that.
Okay, put in the quote chat right now. I mean, we have audio evidence of me saying it, but now we can have visual evidence of me saying it in the quote chat.
I can't believe it. Hal knows more about me than I know about myself.
Well, yeah, I mean, when hot dogs and hamburgers are involved. And then depending
Hal,
on
what's
other
your
sandwiches.
opinion on the old spelling of ketchup versus the new one?
Was it catsup and ketchup?
Yes.
Okay.
They are the exact same thing, except at some point in time, the spelling changed.
Why is that?
You know, that's a great question.
That was supposed to be part of the cold open ketchup, and now we don't.
Like, those are two different words.
I thought you had the answer. That's why you asked.
I I asked because I don't know.
Okay. Well,
Hey, Hal, what killed the dinosaurs?
the Ice Age,
Are
right?
you sure about that?
Isn't that the quote from Batman and Robin, the Ice Age?
Yeah, but yeah, I know.
Okay.
But in real life,
In real life, no, it was a meteor that struck the Earth, according to the Mario movie.
Hal only knows world history from movies.
Movies and Simpsons, yeah, basically.
Yeah, Ghost in the Shell 2017 was a documentary.
Yeah, as far as I know. What? You telling me Scarlett Johansson didn't do all those kicks and flips in that CGI-looking world?
I mean, she probably did those kicks and flips on a blue screen.
Okay, well, I didn't see the blue screen. I just saw the CGI world.
Okay,
That
according
world.
to the always reliable Reddit, the two words are region dependent.
Okay, yeah, you know what? That's what I thought it was, like
They
cats.
originate from roots of other words that refer to very similar condiments at a certain point of time and now refer to basically the same condiment.
Crushed up tomatoes, right? Yeah. Okay.
A tomato based thing for dipping and sometimes mixing.
Right. Okay. Well, what regions use catsup?
Of ones where the word for that kind of dish sound very similar to catsup, such as Mexican Spanish, for
Uh,
example.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
The
today,
Netherlands too.
You see that? Now that's the wild card. Is the Netherlands? What are they doing over there?
They're chilling with their Danes.
They're Danes. They're Danish.
they're putting
They're
ketchup
Danish
on
dogs.
danishes.
Yeah, ketchup on Danishes.
Yes.
The tomato Danish.
Tomato
The
Danish.
tomato Danish.
That's got to be a thing. Like, if I know my pretentious bakeries, I feel like that should be a thing.
I don't know if that pairs well enough.
No, but that's exactly why they would do it.
Good news. The Italians did it.
Oh, yes.
Well, there's the other wild card.
The,
Of course, it was the Italians.
the wildest card of them
Hey.
all. Hey, oh. Hey, oh.
Where'd that come from on the boot?
The northern boot or the southern boot?
Those on the laces.
The laces, yeah, the laces. The boot.
You know, today I just found out about the free queuing system. That apparently that's how some people learn to read. And like, who the fuck teaches like that?
Well, I've always heard that, like, what was it? I think I don't remember where I saw this, but I remember seeing some guy comment. I think it must have been on like a Game Grumps video that was like, "Yeah, this is how I learned how to speak English was through Game Grumps." I'm like, how does that work?
Okay, that's right. Okay, well that's
Yeah, yeah,
funny,
yeah.
though.
I've seen that before. I've seen that post.
But you're
Yeah,
saying
that's funny though.
you're saying they learned to read through.
This thing.
No, they learned to speak
Learn to
through
speak.
Game Grumps.
No, I'm saying no.
I know.
William's original point though was learning how to read.
Like, yeah, from this thing where it's like you're looking for like context in like the thing for how to read it instead of just actual phonics, and it's like, but not everything's gonna have a picture in it.
No,
How does that work?
I think I've heard some people say that they've learned how to read from captioned internet videos. Like they figured out how to speak and understand the language, likely from like television shows and whatnot,
Okay,
and
well, that's
then
like
watching
learning a
online
language.
videos. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
what I'm talking about is like literally you're in kindergarten and your teacher is using that to teach you how to read for real.
right, yeah.
that. Okay, cool.
And it's like this has been a thing for a decade. It's like, what do you mean? Who
A
is doing
decade?
this? More even. And it's like, how the fuck? If anything, they should learn how to read for Ray Harryhausen nursery rhymes.
Splendid.
That's so real.
Splendid transition there, William. I love it. 200 episodes of doing this show, and we finally have found a way to really smoothly transition into the cartoons we're talking about.
I suppose we have.
Yeah. Well, so look, 200 episodes, you got to do something special, and the special thing I chose was these crappy DVDs with cartoons on them. See, 50 episodes in, we did that crappy VHS tape. And it's like, yeah, crappy cartoons. Crappy DVDs with cartoons on them are a whole other level below that. And I truly mean that, because you'd expect them, oh, we're transitioning to DVDs now to sell to these stupid people buying cartoons. We're going to make them look better. No, they look worse.
It just means you can fit more on them.
You can fit more on them, but they go even further by saying, well, let's not, make them look nice. Let's just take whatever was on the VHS tape and just plaster it onto the DVD. We're going to screen record the VHS and put it on the DVD. That's exactly what these DVDs did, by the way. You can tell because of the way the audio sounds, the way it transitions. They're just taking VHS transfers and slapping them on discs.
I mean, all things
Incredible.
considered, I watch DVD transfers of old cartoons on YouTube and Daily Motion and Facebook all the time.
Oh, I love it. I mean, look, yeah, throughout my tune maxing, for years this has been going on. Throughout my tune maxing, you find tunes in the most unlikely of places. They used to all be on the Internet Archive, but now you got to go to YouTube. Now you got to go to Tubi. Yeah, Facebook on one or two accounts.
We've done this before. Even like we watched Red Hot Riding Hood in a group call once on fucking Reddit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've watched multiple. I log every platform that I watch something on, unless I'm watching it as an onlooker inside of a Discord call. I I have logged Reddit more times than I would like to admit.
Well, more than once is bad, so that's fair.
It's been at least 3 times.
That's a
At
decent
least
amount.
3 times.
There you go. Yeah. But yeah, so these DVDs, I mean, this is beyond something like Mill Creek or fucking that, whatever the 50 cartoons VHS branding was, all defunct. Well, I guess Mill Creek is still around, but like those shitty DVD releases. This goes a step beyond. I think this is local shit. I just the way the cover is printed, the way the DVD is printed.
You bought it at Cracker Barrel.
Oh,
is the point of reference.
Yeah, I didn't even buy it at Cracker Barrel. I got it second or third or 15th hand. I don't know.
But like you get I've seen DVD cartoon compilations like Cracker Barrel and stuff, and it's like, dog, you're buying this from a Cracker Barrel. You know this ain't gonna be good.
No, exactly.
You're getting this on the same shelf that you're seeing the Pez dispensers compilation of like Millard Fillmore and James A. Polk.
Yeah. Nice president.
It's like it's Christmas time, and your old grandmother who knows you like movies does not know how to do any research, and she sees a Too Good to Be True DVD collection full of, I don't know, random thing here, 30 Disney movies, including the one Disney movie that Disney has not produced in like 40 years. And it's like, I'm going to get this for you. And lo and behold, it's pirated, and you can clearly tell because it's got PNGs of fan art of Mickey Mouse and Tinkerbell on the cover.
Are you speaking from personal experience?
Yeah, that sounds very specific.
I have this DVD all. It claims to be Blu-ray. Everything is on DVD disc. Everything has Arabic subtitles.
Yes,
you can't turn them off.
Yes, I love this. This is great. That's one of my favorite parts about owning physical media is owning the crap. Like, yeah. Oh, you want a nice 4K of this? No, I want the shittiest possible option for a movie on physical media. I love it.
Hey. In this day and age, it's probably easier to get the real thing anyway, so getting that shit is more fun at that point as a collector.
Exactly, yeah. There's more of an adventure with it, yeah. Oh, yeah, no, you say PNG. See, I will give credit to, what is this? www.eastwestdvd.com or East West Entertainment LLC. That's who distributed these. So they're two different DVDs. There's Children's Classic Theater, and then there's Harryhausen Shorts Volume 1, or the way it's formatted on the DVD, Harryhausen Volume 1 Shorts. So it's not lazy. I mean, it's lazy, but it's not entirely lazy because they actually went out of their way to make fan art of the Children's Classic Theater. Um, so the I feel like I've sent you guys pictures of this, so you should
Yeah.
sort of know. So the front of the Children's Classic Theater, we'll start with that because those are the shorts I started with. The Pied Piper is on the front, and you can tell it's supposed to be the Pied Piper from the short on the disc, but it's clearly drawn. Like it feels like somebody drew it themselves, you know?
It
Yeah,
do
like
be
I'm looking
pretty
at the
crazy.
picture. Yeah, I'm looking at one of the pictures you said the Harryhausen shorts one too. It's
Yeah.
all like 2D renderings of the characters.
Yeah.
Which I think my favorite part about this is that it says Harryhausen Shorts Volume 1, and like isn't this just all of the ones anyway?
It
The
might be,
only
yeah.
one that it is so the only ones that it is excluding that I am aware exist are the two World War II propaganda cartoons where he gives sentience to tanks and a bunch of logs. They're actually really fun. And the Tortoise and the Hare cartoon, which probably wasn't released when this DVD was originally made.
Yeah, because that was later, I
And
think.
and all of the test footage slash demos that were produced that I think were first released to the public as part of like the Harryhausen Master DVD or whatever it's called, the Legacy Collection one that's also logged on Letterboxd because it's partially a chunky wonky documentary.
It's possible
At
that
least I'm pretty
volume
sure it
2
is.
exists somewhere. I mean, I just have these two. It's possible they did. See, because I think East West does do other DVDs. That's the thing. When I would click on the menus, for some miracle reason, these DVDs have menus. They're as crappy as you can
It's a
imagine.
miracle.
Yeah, but they have advertised what, like, on the menu. They have play scenes. Actually, some of them don't even have scenes. It says play, and then it says also on DVD. And I thought that was the scene selection when I initially put it on the Children's Classic Theater DVD. I thought, oh, also on the DVD. No, what else is on DVD through East West Entertainment? And it was just advertising a bunch of other crappy cartoon compilations and other stuff, I'm sure.
Yeah, I have the Harryhausen book back out, and Tortoise and the Hare is 2002.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Hal,
I
you haven't seen that one.
No.
I did put in the liberty to watch it, and I was very disappointed that all of the YouTube or internet uploads, I should say, I checked the Facebook upload, and in all of them, the last 3 minutes have zero audio. And I know
Really?
that was not an artistic choice.
That's just like when I watched Free Guy, quote unquote, legally, and the last 5 minutes were in Spanish. Yeah.
Yeah.
That probably made the movie better, though.
It did. I had a good laugh. The first time I laughed at all of that movie, so yeah. But that sucks. If you can't count on Facebook, who can you count on?
True.
I can count on Jeremy Allen White to punch Mark Zuckerberg in the face, probably.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So, with that said, miraculously, I was able to find all the cartoons on these DVDs on Letterboxd. Well, that's not true. We didn't, because there's one that we didn't find on Letterboxd because it's not on
This is
there.
an episode of a television
yeah, it's not a movie; it's a TV show.
It's a part of a TV show. Well, so we'll go in order of how it's placed in the DVD. So there's, like we said, the Pied Piper, and you think, oh, the Pied Piper, that awesome stop motion Pied Piper, right? No, not the one, not the awesome one you're thinking of. That is what who did that one again?
That was from Czech. That was a Czech one. I don't know if I'm pronouncing the name right, but it'd be like Jiri Barta.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right because it's Czech, but yeah.
Jiri Barta. Yeah. 1986. Yeah, this one rules. This is a great retelling of the Pied Piper. I love it.
Before we go further, I have to ask a question. Are these public domain? Because I don't know the answer.
I don't know the immediate answer, but I wouldn't be shocked.
So, I don't believe they are. The only reason they wouldn't is if they didn't get their copyright renewed, because they were all made with copyright attached to them. I'm
Mhm.
pretty
In the
sure.
fir-
I know, like,
in
the Ugly Duckling one does have copyright still attached
Right.
to
I mean,
it.
like specifically the Harryhausen stuff and the other stop motion ones. Are those
It-
copyrighted still when they did the DVD, or would they have been public domain and that's why the DVD exists?
So they should all be copyrighted. I think on a technical level, the only Harryhausen stuff that's probably not copyrighted are the demos.
Yeah.
The World War II cartoons 100% are public domain
Yeah,
because
'cause
those were created
would-
for the government, and
Mhm.
government produced material like that is just public domain by default.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, dog, I'm looking at these discs, these DVDs. I mean, the covers look like they were printed on somebody's home printer. So, like, do these people even understand what copyright is?
They might have just been outright bootleg. Because
Yeah.
like we should also because I didn't actually watch the Ugly Duckling one, but like from what I
No.
understand, you guys said it was like a dubbed anime, right?
It
Basically.
is a dubbed anime. It
Yes.
comes from an anime that's, if I recall correctly, it's like a small series of TV series that's adapting a bunch of classic fairy tales,
And nursery
and they just
rhymes.
so happen to include the one about the ugly duckling. I do not think they legally acquired the ability to put that on a DVD.
No, they
but at the
put-
same
Because at that
time,
point- Yeah, because
sometimes
why
when it
wouldn't you
comes to
just?
these things, it's like a Wild West. Is the Japanese studio behind this actually going to chase down a bootlegger who
Did they know
included this
about
on
it?
an obscure DVD that I don't
That-
even think anyone listening to this knows what we're talking about.
That you bought it at a gas station somewhere?
Literally.
Hey, man, Nintendo's coming for that gas station.
Well,
Like,
look, all
you-
I'm saying is that I found the entirety of this DVD on YouTube, and I think that kind of just says something about these companies' desire to preserve their copyright on this stuff.
We
Well,
have
this
to
company
link
doesn't
that
even
in the
exist
description.
anymore.
It might still exist. Again, it really
Oh no,
just
I
kind
looked
of
it up
comes.
while we were talking. East West Entertainment does not exist anymore.
Yeah.
Oh,
R.I.P.
okay.
I mean,
What this means is that you can theoretically, you can upload the entirety of this DVD onto your YouTube channel, and you should be fine.
I guess like the main caveat nowadays is if anyone actually restores the Harryhausen fairy tales, I don't think anything of the first DVD is going to get restored much. Well,
No.
the first disc is random because there are
Right.
two things that we're watching here. There's two separate things, but the Harryhausen stuff, I guess, if that gets properly restored somehow, I don't know if the original materials still exist for that.
Mm-hmm. I
Mhm.
won't
Like
run.
those could
Well,
probably get
Harryhausen
tourism.
has a name to himself. Like people, even not normal people. I guess some normal people know who Harryhausen is. They have at least heard the
They've
name.
seen Monsters Inc.
They've seen Monsters Inc. Exactly. Like
He's that classic guy he's one of those classic innovators
Mhm.
of like Hollywood film technology, and you kind of know the name if you're inside of this realm of expertise. I know a lot of old people inside of my life who only watch old movies, and they know of Harryhausen.
right. My point is, who the hell knows who Brian Cosgrove is?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know who he is, and I just watched his shit.
Yeah, so Brian Cosgrove is the Pied Piper of Hamelin. That's what this is technically called. It's from 1980, directed by Mark Hall, 29 minutes long, and yeah, produced by Brian Cosgrove. And he started his whole company, like the Cosgrove. I think it's listed under details. Yeah, Cosgrove Hall Films. Oh, it's Mark and Cosgrove. Okay, so Cosgrove Hall Films. What's the most popular movie they've produced? The Sandman.
This.
Okay. Well,
No,
no.
right, okay, right. The series as a whole, right? I was talking about this guy.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, so he also dabbled in stop motion, same as Harryhausen. But he's not Harryhausen because you can tell automatically by the way the animation moves, and you think, it's not
They did an adaptation of Discworld.
Discworld. Hold on.
There's a Discworld series.
Interesting.
Discworld.
I'm looking. Is it under the Cosgrove Hall Films section
Yeah.
on Letterboxd? Okay.
Because you got the Sandman, the BFG,
Yep.
the Wind in the Willows, and then the Weird Sisters and Soul Music, which are both two different Discworld things, but they're like parts. I don't even know which part this one is, but the other's apparently part 6.
Terry
No, part
Pratchett's
7.
Discworld.
Huh.
Ah, Christopher Lee plays Death in
So-
Soul Music.
Who did the other Discworld animated specials?
Oh boy. the plot thickens, as it were.
Also, why is Pied Piper on Letterboxd twice?
You know, that's a great question. I have noticed that sometimes you will find things that are on Letterboxd more than once, and I can only imagine it is because multiple people went to TMDb thinking that it wasn't on Letterboxd, and at the same point, and at one point in time, they were both correct.
Oh,
But
wait
the
a
problem
minute.
is that they created two of them.
Yeah,
This is getting out of
the
hand.
Pied Piper of Hamelin 1980, Mark Hall, and then if you scroll down, the Pied Piper of Hamelin 1981, Douglas Richards. Huh. Uh-oh. Did we get the right one?
I am pretty sure we got the right
I
one.
think we did the correct one.
Okay. So what the
You know,
hell did Douglas Richards do?
We can go back and we can check the title cards. I'm pretty certain I saw Hall's name
I did.
attached to
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I did too. Yeah, but
Also, I find it amusing that the default posters for both of these have them in the same pose.
yeah, they're looking the same way. They're the same character. Well, so here's the thing: the Pied Piper of Hamelin is, I mean, it's not a bad retelling of the story. I thought it was fine for what it is. For it being a half-hour special narrated by one guy, it was fine. And
My issue is that it was a half hour when it could have been 15 minutes.
yeah, that's the other thing. It's like that's it, the Cosgrove Hall films. So there's this and then the Cinderella. They're both very long, and I think that is why they haven't really sat that well in my memory. But like I guess I still appreciate the work and craft that goes into these stop motion movies, even if then you watch the Harryhausen ones, and even though the quality is still about the same because it's shitty VHS rips, the animation you can definitely tell right away is way better in Harryhausen's case.
Yeah. I think like one was also. I think between the two, Cinderella and Pied Piper, this is the better one.
Mhm.
A lot of it also just comes down to the fact that this had a narrator.
Yeah.
Cinderella does not. So it's
Yeah.
entirely silent and is only the score.
Which
and
yeah.
for 30 minutes.
40
And the
minutes.
Cinderella one is also longer. It's 10 minutes longer.
It's
Oh,
twice.
right.
It's twice as long. It's 40 minutes long. And see, I would have loved that. That's why, like, when I started watching the Cinderella one, I'm like, oh, this rules because it's told entirely through the music. I would love that. And it's this weird 70s synth. I think it's awesome. But then you get 20 minutes in and you're thinking, oh.
Or are we just now at the party?
This is it. This is what this is. This is this
It's
isn't
a big
fun anymore.
moment where you realize instead of this being like Cinderella told from the style of Peter and the Wolf, it's just Cinderella, but there's music.
That's a
and
good
no
point,
dialogue.
actually. Yeah. Peter and the Wolf at least has the different instruments. Like, you can tell when the music is trying to have it be a different tone. Like, the stepsisters
Like,
are annoying.
whenever there's a joke scene, it gets a little dinky for the joke.
Yeah. Or like the stepsisters have different like levels to what the synth sounds like. Like, I guess the portlier one has a deeper sound to her than the other one. But like, yeah,
Stop following me.
I have a glandular problem. Poor
Yeah, I
Goldfinger.
feel like the problem with something like this is that you either really need to have animation that is like showing itself off constantly,
Way more
music that
engaging.
really, really complements the story that you're trying to tell,
Mhm.
or more preferably both.
Yes.
I
No,
think
you're right.
even just having proper sound effects, not even dialogue, but just sound effects would go a long way.
That's true too,
Mhm.
yeah.
Because as it stands, it just sounds like it just feels like watching a silent picture, except it's in color and the stop motion is very stiff, and there's no dialogue cards anywhere helping to guide the narrative forward.
See, in that
Granted,
case,
it's Cinderella.
yeah, you
we
know
the story.
You know the story. Well, that's the thing. I was watching it and I'm thinking, okay, what about the kids that for whatever reason didn't see the Disney Cinderella? Like, I'm thinking of that, which is a very small market, I'm sure, because it's fucking Disney Cinderella, one of the most celebrated Disney movies.
Wait, now hold on one second, Hal. You got to remember, within context of the time, the Disney Vault is still a thing.
Disney
So
Vault
there
is still
are
thing.
there are a lot of kids who are just not capable of like growing up with Cinderella like that,
The poor British
because
kids,
the
yeah.
Cinderella physical releases and possibly television release, depending on the point in time that we're talking about, is entirely dependent on how much money the family has at a given point in time.
Late 70s,
So for
Britain. I would imagine Britain, because
so
Cosgrove
at
and
that
Hall
point
are
in
British.
time, no no television
There
releases
was
of
no DVD
Cinderella
releases
were
in
a thing.
79. Yeah.
No DVD releases.
Absolutely
And VHS
zero.
releases of Disney stuff at this point in time were still very limited.
They were years
On
away.
television, the only Disney films that were aired on television for the longest time were, for some reason, Alice in Wonderland and The Jungle Book. And everything else was either held off in theatrical re-releases or eventually part of the Disney Vault
Those are two very random
until
ones,
Disney
yeah.
went all in on the Disney Channel,
Like,
which wouldn't happen until like the late 80s, early 90s.
Like, I like Jungle Book and Alice in Wonderland a lot, actually. I'm just saying those are two very random ones to decide, oh, these are going to be on TV. Like
of all of the Disney films to do it, I
Yeah.
kind of understand it because those are two of the highest grossing
Okay.
Disney animated features of the time period. But even such, just those two?
Yeah, that's weird.
Those two alone?
Yeah.
It's a strange decision.
I guess they're just so protective of their image that's like, no, we gotta put everything else in theaters.
I think part of the mentality is because Alice in Wonderland and The Jungle Book were the only films that Walt Disney had drafted for television releases as they were starting the transition into that in the late 60s.
Yeah, that makes
And
sense.
because the
Sure.
70s and the early 80s were a time period of everybody trying to figure out, okay, do we try and pretend that we know exactly what Walt Disney would have wanted to do with this company, or do we move on like everybody else has? They were very hesitant to actually do something different. That's probably the main reason.
No, that's the main reason. I'm just wondering why those specifically. Like, why did Disney decide those two? And I guess highest grossing.
Probably because those are two very popular ones, and they would also work well with commercial breaks, given how they're very episodic in nature.
Good point. Good point. Episodic. Yeah.
Because like, you can very easily put an ad break in between after like the elephant segment, and then after the King Louis segment, and before yeah, like that. The same thing with like Alice in Wonderland. We tell the story of the walrus and the carpenter. Ad break.
Ad break to a walrus carpenter.
For the Mad Tea Party. Ad break.
Makes sense, yeah.
We just played croquet with the Queen of Hearts. Ad break right before the kangaroo court.
This beheading is brought to you by Laramie Cigarettes.
Literally.
But here's what I'm after: instant tang.
Instant tang.
In the middle of your favorite Disney movie, you just see like
hey,
you see the Flintstones coming up being like,
don't forget to drink your chocolatey Ovaltine.
You just have Fred Flintstone pop up and be like, I love smoking Camel cigarettes.
Yeah.
It tastes good like a cigarette should. Well, gee, Fred, you haven't drank your chocolate Ovaltine yet. Oh, thanks, Bart. I forgot about that.
My pebbles.
Nothing beats the taste of good chocolatey Ovaltine.
And cigarettes. Cigarettes and chocolate Ovaltine.
But don't forget to start your day with your General Mills breakfast cereals.
That are also cigarettes. Pour the cigarettes and then pour in the milk, and then you got a perfectly healthy breakfast for 1955.
What kind of cereal would Jimmy Durante have? What would be his cereal?
Everybody wants to get in on the action. O's.
Frosted Cheerios with 100%
Oh
more
yeah,
nicotine.
yeah. Frosted Hot-Cha-Chas. There you go. Everybody wants to get in on the action.
Go buy as many as you can. We've got 1,000,000 of them.
This is perfect. Yeah, Jimmy Durante cereal. I'd buy a box or two.
1,000,000 of them, even.
A million cigarettes.
Oh no.
Well, I got to be careful. I can't smoke too many cigarettes, or else become headless horseman. Transition.
Oh no.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, we have. We barely even talked about the Pied Piper and Cinderella, though.
Okay, what do you have to
There's
say
not
about
much
Pied
to
Piper and
say,
Cinderella?
though.
I like when there were rats on screen.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's in every telling of the Pied Piper that stays
Correct.
true to the original story. The original story
There's
is
rats in
all
every-
about there's a bunch of rats inside of the town.
No,
The
it's
Pied Piper just comes in and
it's
is like, I
specific to
can
this
do it if
one.
you will pay me well. He
Yeah,
gets rid of
I
the
should also
rats. The
mention,
town says,
watched
we're
both
not
of
paying
these.
you.
I watched both of these at like 1.5 speed, so
Yeah.
it actually made the animation better and also the music better because it was faster.
No, I did the same thing, but for Cinderella because I was so fucking bored with the first 5
Oh,
minutes.
dog, I
and like,
skipped
with
around
all due
Cinderella.
respect for all of the people who made these things, I'm a big Rankin Bass hater, and this felt very Rankin Bass adjacent.
So you guys are saying you're
actually,
better
that's all.
directors than Mark Hall?
What I'm saying is that these needed Bing Crosby in them.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
Well, so did the Headless Horseman. That needed Bing Crosby.
But instead, all they could find was blackface.
Yes. So Headless. So for whatever reason, they put Cosgrove Hall version of Pied Piper and Cinderella. You think, okay, what's the next Cosgrove Hall stop motion animation they're gonna put in? Oh, they put in
None.
the Headless Horseman by Iwerks. Okay, that's random.
I mean,
I guess
that
that one
cartoon
might be
probably has.
Public domain.
I'm pretty sure copyright was not renewed for that because I know a bunch. I believe that cartoon is technically owned by Universal, and I know Universal just decided not to renew the copyright for a whole bunch of their older cartoons. Like Oswald has been in the public domain for decades because Universal did not want to do anything more with him.
Yeah,
And when it came time to like pay for a renewal of his copyright, they're like, we're not going to do anything with him anyway, so let's just not do it.
Well, I think this is also a company that they bought the rights to later on, so they just didn't give a shit.
Probably so.
It's also like Woody Woodpecker just has like randomly a couple cartoons in public domain because I guess they just forgot. Like
Mickey Mouse is a
Pantry
similar case.
Because like Pantry Panic is like the one I've seen the most because it's on every collection because it's also public domain, so anyone can put it on anything.
In Mickey Mouse's case, one of the earliest public domain films of his was The Mad Doctor.
Yeah.
Probably in part because the titular Mad Doctor used to be called Professor Triple X. Got his name changed for his appearance in Epic Mickey. But yeah, he was originally called Dr. Triple X. If you were to try and search that up inside of Google, your mom
You'll
would get
some
very
interesting results.
Presenting the horniest doctor. Bend over, Mickey. I'm going to finger you. For a prostate exam? Yes, to say the least.
I think the Doug and Rob Walker
oh, that's a classic
like riff dub of that cartoon. They made that joke. I'm pretty sure.
Maybe that's how I got it. Maybe that was in my brain because I remember it from that one. I don't remember it instinctually, but there you go. Doug Walker coming up again on an episode of Too Many Movies.
I will always reference my king, Doug Walker.
Me too.
Iwerks is a legend in the animation community, but like the things I've seen from him separately without Disney just kind of point out that like he was very talented. Man has no jokes.
I like Skeleton Frolic, but yeah, no, this is especially an example of that where you watch this and you go, yeah, where's the funny?
It's all music. That's it.
Yeah, there's a clock that's apparently sentient, and you think, oh, that's funny. and then they don't do anything with it. It's just because it's 1934, a clock has to have a face and moves around like it's alive and stuff.
I think you
Everything
could
has to
also
be
make
synced
an
to music.
argument that like a Skeleton Frolics is very explicitly a spiritual successor to the Skeleton Dance,
Mhm.
which he directed. So he already kind of had like a lot of the ideas of how to make silly skeletons doing silly things when he was still working with Disney.
But
And
the
so he just
skeleton
kind of
dance
did
is
that,
100
but
times better.
again. It is.
Yeah.
It is, but at the same time, it's like, it's still a pretty solid follow-up in large
Mhm.
part because he still has that knowledge.
No, I like
From
it.
my experience, a lot of his more original stuff have been incredibly hit or miss, and they've really only excelled in just looking as good as, the cartoons that Disney and Fleischer were making
Yeah. Yeah, because
ish. I would say on
I
average.
think this looks good. This Headless Horseman cartoon does look good, but I am also comparing it to the Disney version, and the Disney version is just way better.
Yeah.
Way better visually, way better joke wise, because there's a lot of funny stuff in that Disney one too.
The
And
Headless Horseman's design is amazing. You got Bing Crosby doing the narration, the
yeah,
They
music.
really went ham with the
the
animation, in part
atmosphere
because
is so good.
the Headless Horseman was originally intended to be a full feature film on its own before
Mm,
they realized, "Oh, wait, we don't have the money for that." So they really put their all into that second half of Ichabod and Mr. Toad because, like, they really wanted to do something special with it.
yeah, I
I
love
mean, it's
that movie
my
so much.
favorite thing that was made by the Walt Disney Company under Walt Disney's leadership. Um, so when I look at something like this, yeah, my mind's kind of comparing it there, but I'm also like, this cartoon is made in the 30s,
Yeah,
animation had a slightly different intent behind it. And even from that perspective, it's underwhelming.
yeah, it's
Because,
basic.
like,
No, go ahead.
we've seen things from other companies by this point, too. Like, we've seen Betty Boop stuff. We've
Hmm.
seen what some of the early Looney Tunes stuff, because, like, Tex Avery was at the studio at this point.
Oh, Bosco is on top of the world at this time.
Oh, yeah.
Disney
I
was
guess it's still
making
Bosco,
some
right?
bangers
Sure.
with their silly symphonies and a lot of their one-off cartoons, and
Hmm.
Mickey Mouse was really starting to pop off around this time as well.
I guess was I a liar? I guess that was still the Bosco era, wasn't it?
I was just saying Bosco was on top of the world because it was the early 30s.
Right. 34. When did he go to...
34.
When did he go to Warner Brothers?
Mm,
Okay, he was at Warner Brothers at 35. Never mind, I'm wrong.
okay, that's fine.
But yeah, this is like, because even there was still like the early Looney Tunes stuff. You had Bosco,
Hmm.
and like Fleischer was still like, hell, Fleischer was like on top of the world in the 20s and early 30s.
Oh yeah,
Like, if you ever
Mhm.
seen any of the Out of the Inkwell stuff, it's like those are silent, but they're like super fucking creative.
yeah.
So
And like,
conveniently for me, I have seen a few of the earliest Out of the Inkwell cartoons. I've not seen any of the Out of the Inkwell series sequel cartoons, the hundred something of those that were produced. But like, that stuff is really fun, really creative, insanely advanced for the time period.
there's even
And
other
he's
stuff like, if we want like a more spooky short to compare this to, like from Fleischer, this Swing You Sinners is good.
Ooh,
Mhm.
I love that cartoon. That's a great one. Yeah.
So it's
But
just like all we have here is just the people tap dancing to a song, I guess, and then racist caricatures of black people.
right.
Yeah,
Again,
and
early
I
30s.
might also just mention too, that's technically part of the original text of The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, but at the same time, it is one reference,
Hmm.
one use of a racist word that I am not going to say. And I mean, like, there's many, many, many adaptations of Sleepy Hollow from
Well, you could
across
just,
the years
well,
because
you could
it's
just
so
not bring that in,
iconic
yeah.
and like most of them do not feature this
Yeah.
element of the narrative because it's not important.
What is important is like the stuff, it's the rivalry between Ichabod and Braun, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that's the important thing. The headless horseman part inside of the original story is I think it only covers like 2, maybe 3 paragraphs, worth of stuff because the horseman is a plot device. He's really just there in order to kill Ichabod and then give us that very ambiguous ending. And then inside this cartoon, it's like, oh no, Ub is giving us a definitive answer. It was Brahm. Oh, spoilers, I guess. It was Brahm at the end who was pretending to be the horseman.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I don't like that. Well, I guess if it's a different interpretation, sure, but I way prefer the ambiguity. Am I saying that right? It doesn't sound like I'm saying it right.
Yeah,
ambiguity. Thank you. See, we got it. I like the ambiguity of the Disney one, where it's not explicitly clear if it was Brahm or not,
which is closer to the original text of Sleepy Hollow, where the last 3 paragraphs basically say, so there's this one random guy who came from a distant land and says Ichabod is alive. He's now a judge on a high court. Some people believe that it was Brahm, in part because whenever somebody recites the story, he giggles. To me, I say he giggles because he's very fond of the idea that Ichabod is either dead or out of Sleepy Hollow. And then there's a bunch of women inside the town that are like, oh no, he's totally dead. He's totally dead. We're going to create more superstition around this and really reorganize our town around the sanctity of the bridge because of this incident. We totally think he killed him. But it's totally up to our own imagination as readers to come to our own conclusion. What do we think occurred?
I think the monsters are cool, so therefore the Headless Horseman is real and killed him.
It was really Christopher Walken this whole time. That's a different Sleepy Hollow adaptation, which also was pretty good.
That is the one with Captain Jack Sparrow.
Yep, Jack Sparrow, Christopher Walken, Palpatine's in it for a couple scenes, which is it's like one of the only non-Star Wars movies I've ever seen Ian McDiarmid in. I'm just like, hey, it's you. You're not in a cloak and wrinkly. What's up with that?
Does he have his head?
Yes. Well, does he not have his head later on in the movie? It's been a couple years since I've seen Sleepy Hollow. I got to rewatch it again.
I watched it on Netflix once and remember nothing, so I need to watch it again at some point so I can actually remember it.
Surprisingly, I've actually never seen it before, so I do not know how it deviates from the original narrative.
It feels like
I'm perfectly fine with it deviating from the original narrative. You know, I just saw The Odyssey not too long ago, and it deviates in some places from the original story, and I think that's fine because the end product's pretty good.
Yeah. I feel like you'd like the Tim Burton one because it feels like right up your alley ketchup. Well, it's either right up your alley or something you would despise. I'll put it that way.
The plan is to hit every Burton film at some point in the future. It's just that a friend and I have been going through a lot of things all the way through, and we've been very slow in part because I cannot finish a stupid TV series.
Well, listen, you got to start with Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
True. Unfortunately, though, I started when I was really little, so I've already watched like 5 of his movies, and I like most of them. ? I don't remember.
I like Tim Burton movies except when they're bad. That's my
true.
That's where I stand on Tim Burton.
That's so real.
I like
I love Harryhausen when he doesn't suck, and thankfully that's most of the time.
Exactly. That's where I stand on Tim Burton. I like his good movies. I don't like his not good movies. That's not true. Charlie and the Chocolate. Well, my relationship with Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is weird because it's like this is bad, but I'm also weirdly nostalgic for it. So like, it's in that weird middle ground where I'm just like, ugh, but also, you know, like,
yeah.
It do be kind of a baffling movie when you actually think about it.
It is so baffling. What a scary movie.
Silly, scary Johnny Depp moment.
Yeah. So yeah, Headless Horseman. Not great. I think I was trying to be nice with the Cosgrove Hall movies, and I'm pretty sure I was way too nice to them. And by the time I got to Headless Horseman, I just went, yeah, no.
It was just pointless, is the thing.
Yeah.
The Cosgrove Hall service, like, it's over long, but like it's still stop motion. It's still craft here. The sets are very nice. The character models are good.
Yes.
The effects from the fairy godmother's using her magic is cool.
Mm-hmm.
There's definitely merit to it. But it needed to be half the time.
Right.
And also had like a good narrator or something.
Mm-hmm.
The narrator for Pied Piper was good, at least.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shout him out. It's Robert Hardy. You're going places, Robert. Even though he's been in a bunch of famous movies already. Never mind. he already went places.
He did be places. What else was he in?
He was in a bunch of Harry Potters.
Oh, okay.
And
right, yeah, I looked this up earlier, yeah.
Yeah. And he was in that De Niro Frankenstein movie.
Yeah.
Ooh.
He was in a John Lennon movie.
John Lennon. Oh, he was in Thunderpants, of course. We can't forget.
Yes.
We shan't forget that.
Of course.
Everybody's
a movie I have not seen.
Oh, you weren't there for
2005 last week.
I think I was either busy or asleep when that happened.
Maybe it's best you don't watch that one. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. I'm going to be straight up. The Thunderpants movie was not good. Sorry, William, you said there was another movie he was in?
I closed the page already, I forget.
Forget it. Moving on.
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. We got to talk about something you didn't watch.
Yeah, William, we got to tell you about The Ugly Duckling.
Oh joy.
Yeah. Aren't you pissed that you didn't get to see this Ugly Duckling cartoon?
I didn't watch it of my own volition.
Yeah. Don't you feel bad that you're left out?
Not really.
Don't you feel like the ugly duckling in this situation? You haven't seen the cartoon.
Do you guys even have anything to say about it?
I have plenty to say about it.
Actually,
there's
William.
A duckling, and he's ugly.
And then he's not ugly.
Exactly.
And
then he's a swan.
False advertising.
Yeah. Look. Understand.
William doesn't watch false things.
I'm a huge fan of Hans Christian Andersen, all things considered, and I really don't care for the Ugly Duckling for like a similar reason as to why I don't like Thumbelina. I really hate the idea of everybody made fun of the Ugly Duckling because he was ugly, but then he grew up and he was beautiful, and now everybody wanted to get in his pants. The end. And I'm like, I don't think that's a good moral for kids.
Be careful who you make fun of in high school.
Literally.
It's just the fucking comic of like, look at this dork, and then the next round he has like a bunch of money.
Yeah. I love that meme so much. Yeah, he's just like
it's literally that. And I my experience with Anderson is that he has some stories that are like this, because Thumbelina is similar, where it's like the narrative is that Thumbelina is sad that she's small, and then she falls in love with a fairy prince, and it's nice and happy, and it's ready to end. But then all of a sudden, when they get married, she becomes a fairy. Why? I don't know. I don't know, because fairies are supposed to make love with each other, and fairies are not supposed to do that with tiny humans, I guess.
Lesson learned.
But Zeus did it all the time.
Lesson learned. Marry your own kind. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, that's true, because
Grimm doesn't have this issue.
Isn't the original Little Mermaid end with her turning into sea foam so she doesn't marry the human prince?
Yes,
well,
in the original story, where keep in mind too, in contrast from the Disney film, there are no characters with any names. They're just called by their title.
Oh, the mermaid, the prince.
The Little Mermaid, the Sea Witch, the Sea King, the Prince.
Sea King,
that's
Sea
their name.
King. Sea King.
The idea is that when she if she sells, so the narrative, we all know the narrative.
Yeah.
When she goes on land, the prince does not fall in love with her in 3 days, and so the Little Mermaid becomes heartbroken and she kills herself.
Right.
And then in order to honor her, the Sea King turns her into sea foam.
Okay. That's
so that she can live on as part of the ocean forever.
Well,
Which is another literary trope that Hans Christian Andersen likes doing. Because Disney also adapted one of his stories inside of Fantasia 2000. I don't remember what it's called. It's the one with the stupid Jack in the Box. And inside of that story,
I don't remember.
I think it was like,
no.
toy soldier falls in love with a cuckoo clock lady, and then the Jack in the Box kills both of them inside of a fireplace. But because they both are dying at the same time, they melt into a heart. So it's like they're together forever. And it's like, okay, bro.
I forgot about that.
Okay.
You know what? I kind of like Hans Christian Andersen now. He's such a chud now. I love this.
See, I'm just thinking about the movie The Lure, the Polish movie.
The Lure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one about the killer mermaid, right?
Yeah. Well, there's sisters, and spoiler, they need to eat human flesh in order to live like a vampire, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And then the vampire at the end, because she's in love with the guy, she just does not eat any human, so she just turns into sea foam because she ran out of time.
Oh.
Honestly, I think that's like a fire way of adapting the Little Mermaid original story into something really cool.
Yeah.
It's also takes place in the 80s in Poland and is also a musical.
Oh my god, that sounds awesome. I need to watch this.
Yeah, this does sound kind of tight. I got to watch this afterwards.
It's been on my watch list for like 6 years. I just haven't gone around to it.
Oh, the story of my letterbox life.
Literally.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll love it. There's tits in it.
You don't got to convince me. You've already convinced me, actually. So I guess the tits are just the cherry on top.
Well, 4 cherries on top.
4 cherries on the top. Well, 4 pairs of tits. Wait, what was this? What was it we were talking about during Thunderball? The rack, and like a rack can be 2, but it can also be multiple racks.
No one gets this besides Mifune and Lily.
Yeah. Mifune, type down below. What the fuck were you talking about?
I know that
Goldfinger's not in this episode.
So he won't be listening.
Look, some folks have a rack of 3. Some animals have like
Udders.
4 racks.
Udders. Utterly disgusting.
Cows have a rack that's also 4, but 2, but also 1.
What if oil started coming out of it like milk?
Oh, that turned me into a maniac.
That brings me back to my oily question of, if the oily maniac became transgender, would she be able to lactate oil, or would it be oily milk?
I don't like that question. Can we move on?
I mean, in the movie, the oily maniac already can shoot oil out, so I guess it's already possible.
All right, that's our oily maniac reference for the day, folks. We will not be referencing the oily maniac from this point on in the episode.
So the oily maniac.
No.
You think?
No, Harryhausen time. I'm calling it now. Yeah, we're not talking about the ugly duckling, because fuck the ugly fuckling is what I call it.
The only other thing I'll say about the ugly duckling,
the oily duckling,
not oily, is that all the ducklings all look like characters from the Yoshi video games. And also, the cartoon is dubbed, and it's bad dubbing, but it's not like funny bad dubbing, like for Kids Evangelion or Ghost Stories. It's just like normal bad.
Yeah.
Where they're just they're reading off a script the whole time.
Yeah, and then they have like the weird of expressive language that sounds like they were directed to express themselves in a particular way, but they're only given like 2 takes, and they were given hardly any context.
Yeah, it borders on the American dubs. I've heard of Kimba when I watched the YMS video on that all those years ago. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you broke my toe. So something like that. Like the bully the bully characters sound like 50-year-old New Yorkers, where they're just like, "Hey, you look like an ugly duckling." Ah.
They were probably directed to sound like old-timey gangsters, and so they just came up with the first thing that popped into their mind, and they just went with the second take.
Hey, ugly, you're ugly. Kill yourself. No, we can't use that, Frank. Oh, okay, sorry. You only get one more take, Frank, so make it count.
Okay. Judge, jury, executioner. Oh, wait, wrong thing.
Armed and dangerous! Again! Again!
Yes, I also am referencing what you guys are referencing. Haha, aren't we all good friends?
Pure chaos!
Avengers assemble!
To the top of the stairs!
Hal, you should play more video games.
Without Spider-Man, New York has lost its heart.
I'll start with Sonic and the Secret Ring someday. Don't worry.
You can play it on a Dolphin emulator.
Yeah.
It's very easy.
A Miami Dolphin emulator.
Miami Vice emulator.
Miami Vice. Well, speaking of Vice, what was King Midas's vice? Oh, gold. So
okay, so I have
Harryhausen.
thoughts.
You have thoughts.
I have thoughts on this one.
Right.
Yes.
Because Harryhausen. So Harryhausen gets his own DVD, and even then, that's not true. We'll get to that. But so this other DVD, like I said, Harryhausen Volume 1 shorts. And let's start with the first one that it shows. It's the story of King Midas from 1953. I love the tagline on Letterboxd. It's a stop motion short! ! That's
true.
It is exactly what it advertises. You're so right. Okay, what are your thoughts on Story of King Midas? Catch up, please.
Okay. So I think it's really worth noting that I am a big enthusiast of the stories of ancient Greece. The tales about their religious figures and iconic heroes and villains of the past and the monsters, blah, 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 blah. And, all these other cartoons, nothing to do with Greece. This one is a very classic Greek story. However, most people don't know that because most people just think that this is a normal fairy tale because a lot of people like just erasing away the Greek part, such as this version. My understanding, just based off of the research and the digging and the conclusions I've come to, is that this is specifically based off of the Nathaniel Hawthorne telling of this story. He was the one who, as far as I can tell, he's the one who introduced the concept of marigold inside of the story, and he was one of the big proponents of removing the Greek element of the story. Because in the original tale, the person who gives Midas his golden touch is Dionysus, the Greek god Dionysus.
Mm-hmm.
And this is true for a lot of film adaptations that I've seen of this story. They just entirely remove Dionysus from the equation. Like, here we have this Nosferatu-looking motherfucker who's never really given much context as to who exactly he's supposed to be. He could technically still be Dionysus. I believe in the Hawthorne telling, if I remember, because it's been a little while since I read that specific version. It's left very ambiguous as to who exactly this mysterious Mxyzptlk-like person is.
I just thought it was Satan when I first watched it.
So
it could be.
Hawthorne kind of implies that. And if you know anything about Nathaniel Hawthorne, you will know this guy really likes God, but he also really hates the way in which religious extremists have done religion.
Old Natty Thorny.
In case anyone here doesn't know, Nathaniel Hawthorne is probably most famous for writing The Scarlet Letter, aka that one book you had to read in high school that nobody really likes.
Yeah, I did not like it.
Yeah.
You're
implying I read it and didn't use Spark Notes instead.
Oh yeah, no, I remember reading the words. Did they have an imprint on me? No, because they would just go out my ears.
If you wanted me to read it, don't make me read it during the summer.
I'll have you know, I have read that book twice for school, two completely different of occasions. I've also read many of the fairy tales that are part of this collection and a number of his other short stories, some for school, some for personal enjoyment.
Well, you're the resident
I'm
bookworm
not too
here, so yeah.
I am the resident bookworm, yes. I'm not too crazy about Hawthorne. He's not exactly my favorite writer in the world, but I have some respect for him. He's one of those foundational American authors and all of that. And as an American, I feel like I do need to lay a little bit of respect for a pioneer of authorship like that. But at the same time, I do not like his telling of King Midas. I do not like his
Ooh,
telling
he's a
of King
local
Midas.
boy, born in Salem,
I think,
Massachusetts.
yeah,
Yeah,
uh-huh.
that
I mean, the
adds
Scarlet
up.
Letter is specifically about like
Yeah,
Puritan colonies from
right.
that period of time, some
Yep.
of which Hawthorne was aware of because they were still you still had those very rigorous religious communities during his time frame. And so he wrote the Scarlet Letter partially as a criticism of what was going on during that time.
See, up here we call it the Scarlet Letter.
But the other thing too is that this storybook of fairy tales, which is called A Wonder Book for Girls and Boys, that he wrote, then he also made a sequel to it, but we're not talking about the sequel, was specifically made for the sake of providing sanitized versions of a lot of classic fairy tales. That's probably the main reason why he removed Dionysus, because Dionysus is most known as the guy who got drunk and also was responsible for making the Greeks go bankrupt 3 times. They
Nice.
made their god of wine and partying also the god of finance.
Isn't that
So
just hilarious, knowing what we know of Greece today?
so it doesn't really surprise
so
me
4
that they went
times.
bankrupt.
You listen, 5th time's the charm, okay?
Maybe so, maybe so.
Hey guys, I'm Barney Gumble, and I'm the head of finance for Greece. Pass me another can of beer, Mo.
Hey, homie, you want a
Barney, how'd you get in here? I'm a diplomat, Mo. I do what I want. Oh.
Part of the frustration too on my part as well is that in Hawthorne's version of King Midas, he introduces the idea as well. Or no, I'm mistaken there. Hawthorne does not introduce the idea of Midas being able to bring Marigold back. The story ends with Marigold being turned to gold. So the original story, Midas simply just realizes, oh my god, I'm about to starve to death because I was so greedy. And then inside of the Hawthorne story, he's about to starve, and he also just killed his beloved child for no reason. And then in the Harryhausen version, for some reason, the Nosferatu motherfucker comes back and is like, "Oh no, don't worry, I'll fix this all for you. I think you've learned your lesson."
But don't go turning things into gold anymore.
He's still wealthy. He still loves gold. It's just now he cares a little bit more about his daughter.
Yeah.
For some reason, as I remember there being a version of the story where he touches himself and then dies. For
so
some
there
reason,
might
I remember
be
that.
an interpretation of that. The closest from my own personal experience that I've gotten to that is the stupid bad Disney adaptation that Walt Disney deemed the worst thing he's ever made. It's not the worst thing he ever made, by the way. It is bad though. Where he turns one of his teeth into gold. But he also touches himself a lot inside that cartoon, and the rest of his body doesn't turn to gold. So, it's a little vague as to exactly how his golden touch works.
One thing I will also point out, though, with this is that, he touches his robes and they turn gold, but they still act like fabric. They're just glittery.
Yeah.
So I have to assume then that clothing still functions the same way. At which point, brother, wear gloves.
Wear golden
Problem
gloves.
solved.
There you go.
Theoretically, but I guess it also kind of depends on whether or not with this divine godly magic, assuming that he is actually given a godly quote unquote gift, like inside of the original story, It could be reasoned that this isn't like a rogue situation and that he'll still make things into gold if he touches them, even with distance between his hand and the thing. With the clothing part, I think that makes sense on the basis of the fibers of the fabric become gold. So it can still function similarly to clothing. It's just that it is made entirely out of gold and now also has properties of what if you had fibers that were made out of gold and you stitched them together into a cloak? Which is physically impossible in our world, but if like the jacket I'm wearing currently were to magically turn into gold, but the chemistry of the fact of the jacket itself stays
King
the same,
Midas is
then I
science
should be able to
fiction.
still wear this. It is science fiction.
Look, all I'm saying is the best adaptation of the King Midas story is the Family Guy joke where he gets to touch everything and everything turns into Robin Williams.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah. So take that, Harryhausen. You fucking hack, you.
Really, the only other thing that I'll say is that this is probably my second favorite out of these cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe actually the only one that I liked out of all of these storybook short films. But I think one of the other ones is better than this. I just prefer this one the most because haha, Greek religion, brain go burr.
I will
I
say before
have both of Homer's books inside of a Barnes & Noble hardcover and Hestoid's Theogony inside of my personal library. I'm not to be fucked with when it comes to this stuff.
Sorry, William, what?
So I don't know if we want to do this at the end or if I do it now. I do have the Lost Films of Harryhausen again, and there's a section on like he only made these couple, but he had a lot more planned that he did not make. Do we want to go through them now or later?
Yeah, you brought it up. Let's go through them now, because then we can continue with Little Red Riding Hood after that.
So the ones that he wanted to make but then didn't. Daniel in the Lion's Den.
Okay.
Hickory Dickory Dock.
A mouse sucked on my cock.
Jack Sprat.
What?
Yeah, the lyrics from the story best describe what would have been seen on screen. Jack Sprat could eat no fat. His wife could eat no lean, and so between the two of them, they licked the platter clean.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. You said that he wanted to do Daniel in the Lion's Den, as in like the part of the Bible?
Yeah.
Yes.
Huh.
Now, keep in mind, this is like Harryhausen was basically making these completely on his own, and he has personally described it as like his teething ring for making movies. These were basically his tech demos, kind of, essentially. Yeah.
Okay.
And I guess he just personally liked the story, just wanted to do a version of it.
I would have liked to see more of Jack Splat, sure.
Next, Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Yeah.
The Night Before Christmas.
Ooh.
Okay.
That would have ruled. Okay.
Simple Simon.
Simple Simon, what's that?
It just says this was another proposed installment of the fairy tale series that he had established. He did some rough draft storyboards, but didn't develop the story any further.
Okay.
There is artwork for different things.
Don't worry, Hal, I got the complete text of Simple Simon. It goes, Simple Simon met a pie man going to the fair. Says Simple Simon to the pie man, let me taste your ware. Said the pieman to Simple Simon, show me first your penny. Says Simple Simon to the pieman, sir, I haven't any. Simple Simon went a fishing for a catch a whale. All the water he had got was in his mother's pail. Simple Simon went to look if plums grew on a thistle. He pricked his fingers very much, which made poor Simon whistle. Okay.
That's it?
So,
it ends with him whistling? Okay. he didn't get a penny.
I guess we should also establish, because like there's like a clear split between like the King Midases and Little Red Riding Hoods, which are like full stories, and like the stuff from the nursery rhyme review that we'll get to at the end that are literally just a nursery rhyme that lasts like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
If anything.
Right.
Like Daniel in the Lion's Den probably would be like a full like 9-minute thing. Jack Sprat and Simple Simon would be like a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wee Willie Winky.
Okay.
The Frog Prince makes sense.
Yep.
Okay.
That's probably is. It says there's a thing for David and Goliath. I don't know if that's actually part of the fairy tale thing, or if that's just like a separate thing that they just put in the book in this section.
Yeah, I mean, if he was going to do Daniel and the Lion's Den, he would have done David
Okay,
and
because
Goliath.
it was in 1948, so this was before Mighty Joe. No, when was Mighty Joe Young again?
1948.
Okay, so same year.
Okay.
So yeah, it does actually 60 millimeters. I guess that would have been part of this.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Little Googie.
Oh, we were robbed. We didn't get to see Little Googie.
There's like models of a clown he made for it.
Oh, it's a clown. All right, now I'm pissed.
Yeah. I'll take the picture.
Now I'm pissed. We didn't get Little Googie. Listen, the world chewed up and spit out Barney Google. So the fact that we didn't get Little Googie, what is up with cartoons not getting their dues when they have funny names like that?
Let me get I'll post a picture real quick. That's a different group chat. That's also a different group chat.
You'll find it.
One day.
One day you'll find our group chat. There you go. Ooh.
Behold the uneaten McChicken that I haven't eaten yet. I'll do that later.
Yeah, but like little Googie, huh?
There he is.
It was going to be a series of films following the adventures of a clown. He had some finished art and a series of expression heads. That seems to be it.
Yeah. He wanted to do some stuff for Aesop's Fables, Beauty and the Beast, Rumpelstiltskin.
Okay.
I also left in some concept art for the David and Goliath on the other page.
That does look pretty sick, yeah.
Sleeping Beauty and the Free Bears.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he wanted to make a film for the fall of the House of Usher at one point.
Ooh.
Okay.
There's one of these things are not like the other. Okay, sure.
That might not have been like one of the fairy tale things. That might have been an actual movie he wanted to do.
Okay.
Well, even then, I think you can 100% make House of Usher work in 10 minutes. I think, if anything, I'm just kind of most curious to know if the censors would have allowed him to adapt these stories. Since oftentimes, like, all this was made during the Hays Code, and some of these stories, I mean, you can tell with some of the fairy tales, they get censored in some ways, likely because of the Hays Code. But the Hays Code also has a tendency of being a lot more lenient with some of their content restrictions if it's an adaptation of a popular book or story. But it's also a very case by case basis thing.
I should also mention that the Tortoise and the Hare is also technically an unused idea for a long time, but then he eventually did finish that one in the 2000s.
Yeah, he started it in, I think, the early 50s, and then some apprentices working under him found the partially completed footage and we're like, "Hey, Ray, can we finish this?" And Ray was like, "Yeah, sure." And so they finished it.
Yeah, there was a photo in the book of like Ray and the students like looking over the storyboards for it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there was everything he didn't make because then he started doing real movies.
Right. Yeah.
Don't worry how you didn't see the Tortoise and the Hare one, but it's basically the same idea as like all of these fairy tale stop motion cartoons that he made.
Yeah, I'm quite content with taking my time on that one. And when I think of Tortoise and the Hare, I think of the trilogy of Bugs Bunny cartoons that he did with the tortoise.
Speaking of taking,
and they are nowhere close as funny as that one.
Speaking of taking their time, why did the wolf have to wait so long to try to eat her?
So, speaking of Looney Tunes, I've seen so many Red Riding Hood adaptations through Looney Tunes that at this point I was waiting for jokes and they didn't come. So
okay, so I guess something else that's important for me to note is that this is another case of the original version of Red Riding Hood is different than the revised version of Red Riding Hood that
is this one also
cartoon
Greek?
Is more based on. No. Red Riding Hood is German and was one of the stories that was compiled by the Brothers Grimm originally.
Right. Yeah.
And inside the Brothers Grimm version of the story, the wolf eats both the granny and Red Riding Hood and gets away with it.
That's right. Yeah.
But then in later tellings of the story, they add in either a woodjack,
Woodsman,
a lumberjack,
woodsman, or
woodsman,
hunter.
lumberjack, hunter, whatever.
Yeah,
a big, burly, testosterone-filled man to come in and kill the wolf.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense that you said that this is originally German and that the original ending is that they both get eaten. That is so typecasted
The Brothers
German
Grimm, yeah,
storytelling.
like most of the
Because it's
Brothers
for
Grimm
more.
stories either like end in the moral of somebody dies because somebody decided to be stupid and foolish
Yeah.
or get tricked, or it's a happy ending, but it comes at a cost.
Have I ever told you guys the story? I remember being a really little kid, and I don't know. I guess my parents had they just had because they probably got it from some distant relative or grandparent. It was just like they had a storybook of German fairy tales, translated to English, but with like I would imagine early drawings because like I remember the drawings looking old. Anyway, and I remember one time I read a bunch of them, and the one that really stuck out to me was the little girl who plays with matches, because she's just playing with matches and she has a dog. She has like a couple dogs with her, and then she burns to death, and then like the last image is just a pile of ash and the dog's crying, and it's like the end. And I remember reading that as a kid and just being like, what the fuck is this? Like, what is this? Why am I reading this?
See how you mentioned that you really like how much of a chud Hans Christian Andersen is.
Yeah.
I really like how much of a fucking chad the entire cultural conglomeration of the German communities that
Oh, the
produce
Germans.
the
Yeah.
Brothers Grimm stories are. I love
Yeah,
that.
no, the Germans are nuts. They're insane. But that's what makes that story so that's what it's kept with me all these years. Like as an adult now, I have never forgotten that story. I hated reading it as a kid because I'm like, this is depressing. She just dies. What was the point of all of that? But
The
again,
point is that kids should not play with matches,
and
Hal.
look, I never played with matches, so either it was a giant coincidence or that story did convince me never to play with matches. But it
Well,
stuck with
why
me
would I
all
want
these
to
years
play?
later.
Why would I want to play with matches? They don't have Wi-Fi connection.
Exactly. I
True.
don't want to play with matches. I want to play with my Superman action figure. Like that's what I was doing when I was a kid.
I want to experience my things composed of compact discs.
Exactly, that too. So yeah, okay. So Little Red Riding Hood, yeah, that makes sense. That like the original. But again, I've seen we've known the basics of Little Red Riding Hood all our lives. The wolf
Mhm.
dresses up as the grandmother. The wolf is trying to eat Little Red Riding Hood. Little Red Riding Hood meets the wolf. We all know the basics, but yeah, I guess when it comes to the original ending, I feel like we also are aware of that. But the story has been told countless times through other media. Like I said, Looney Tunes. There's a million Looney Tunes of doing the
And
Red Riding Hood story.
and they also just kind of abridge it, so it's just like, oh, and the wolf is just already on his way to Grandma's house by happenstance at
Right,
that point.
exactly. Look,
Mhm.
So it's like in this. So watching this, it's like okay, and then she goes to talk to the flowers, and then the wolf shows up to talk to her, and it's like, where does her grandmother live? Over there. Cool. And it's like you did that just so you could dress up as the grandmother to try to eat Little Red. Why did you not just eat Little Red at the river?
exactly. Yeah,
Inside of the Brothers Grimm telling of that story, it's dark inside of the scary part of the woods, and the wolf just happens upon Red Riding Hood on her way to Grandmom's house. And Red Riding Hood just lets it slip. Oh, yeah, I'm on my way to my grandmom's house. She's just right up there across the river. And he's like, interesting. And then he goes and he eats the grandmother,
that's
and it's like,
interesting.
I can get a 2-for-1 deal. Sweet.
Yeah, in that context it makes sense. But here it's like if he had no intention of actually eating the grandmother, why not just eat the
Yeah,
free meal in front of you?
Mm,
here both of the women of the story have haze code plot armor.
mm. Look, all I'm saying is I was really waiting for Red Riding Hood to say "to have," and I was really disappointed that she didn't.
Mhm.
My grandma, what big teeth you have to have. Whatever the fucking line
Yeah.
is. uh, I still really like. I'm glad out of all the Harryhausen shorts, though, this is the only one on Letterboxd that has the backdrop. So I'm just looking at the figures for the wolf and Little Red Riding Hood. They do look awesome, and I really like the details.
All all of these stop motion cartoons for the storybooks, they all have at least one moment where the characters do like the Donkey Kong Country eyes popping out of the sockets in
Yeah,
a
they hit the
surprise thing.
gadzooks.
They hit the
Yeah.
gadzooks look. Yeah, you're
And I
absolutely right.
love it
Even in
every
Miss
single
Muffet.
time.
Yeah.
Like, even
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Miss
yeah.
Muffet.
Miss Muffet.
the gadzooks.
She sees the spider and you just get the gadzooks out of her.
Like, and like these are all very well made. Like
Mm.
like it's Ray stop motion. Like even at this point, it's still very smooth.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
It's like even like his I don't know what it is, but he's just like another level at the time because like I love King Kong. You compare the stop motion in King Kong to Mighty Joe Young, and it's fucking night and day.
I think it likely just kind of comes down to the fact that like some people just have a sauce that is built off of other people's sauce, and in the best case scenario, it ends up being something that surpasses the past. And I think
Because
Ray
he
is
learned-
an example of that.
Yeah, he learned from the man who basically invented the craft, or like maybe not invented, but like first perfected it, and then just went another level beyond that.
Yeah, and even if someone wants to say, well, what about the folks around Ray who are not flexing stop motion like this? And I'll say Rankin Bass, like their stop motion stuff was made cheap for cheap. That was part of the point. And then they kind of just like marketed their style as like a big positive thing. And I mean, if you like the style, you like the style.
I
But
do.
objectively speaking, it is cheaper than like what Ray was doing.
It is more stop than motion.
True, it is. You know, it's a similar case with like anime. Anime is done at a lower frame rate on average as a cost cutting measure,
Mhm.
but it's also a stylistic thing that a
Yeah.
lot of people really like.
Oh, it works really well in something like Death Note because a lot of Death Note is inner monologuing, and so like you're just getting a close up of the character's face while they're going on this long rant. Yeah, it works in that.
Same thing with JoJo's as well.
Ooh, JoJo, yeah, especially.
Because they know what they have, so they're baking it into the design. They're using it to their
Exactly.
advantage.
Yeah.
Probably also helps that in both of those cases you have manga panels where it very much is a very striking image, and then you can
Yes.
translate that as part of the momentum of the story.
Oh, I would definitely
also,
describe
like-
JoJo as striking. Yeah.
It's also like in shonen stuff. It's like you'll save the money on like those scenes so that you can have like that one big moment of Sakuga for an important action scene.
Yeah.
Like it's all budgeted out and done intentionally.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, you know who had a small budget? The father of Hansel and Gretel.
This
Why
is
didn't they eat the
true.
chick-
He was very well. Okay, so they didn't eat the chicken
Yeah,
because
why didn't they eat the chicken?
They could have eaten the chicken.
Vanessa said, "Dad, we're not eating the chicken."
Oh, there's a Vanessa now.
Vanessa Doofenshmirtz.
Oh.
Don't you remember how she was in the story?
I thought you were talking about Kingpin's wife.
No.
Vanessa, we're not eating the chicken. Spider-Man's tainted that chicken.
We're going to the Mets game, Vanessa.
I didn't
We gotta
even
get
know
hot
his
dogs.
wife's name is Vanessa.
Oh yeah, from Spider-Verse. Yeah, Vanessa.
Vanessa,
Huh.
we're eating hot dogs at the Mets game. Go Mets.
Go Mets. Ah, they lost again.
Fuck.
I would not be surprised though if the dad was like, "Wait a minute, accidents could happen," and then Gretel's like, "Dad, we're not killing the chicken."
Yeah. I mean,
There
look,
was an axe at the side of the house when they left. They could have taken the axe with them.
listen, Gretel.
Yeah, but like, I don't trust a child to slaughter a duck.
That's they're living in the woods. You know, survivor skills, dude. Like, sorry, all you do all day is clean
They're
houses.
hungry and they're weak.
And she's the
know-
reason they had to go out and get shit in the first place because she's the one
You
who
know,
spilled
the
the
bread
milk.
was fine.
The bread was fine.
They could have still
No.
eaten the bread.
It is stale bread.
5-second
It
rule.
literally
It
is
was
like
still
biting
from the
into a
get-go.
rock.
It was still from the get-go. He brought it home that way.
That house is not clean, by the way. I don't care how much they're sweeping. It's what is it? The fucking 1600s when Hansel and Gretel takes place in. Nothing
it's
is
like-
clean.
Dust around.
Nothing
it's
is
a
clean.
very old Germanic story from like around. I think like it's currently chronicalized as first circulating around the time just past the plague. ravaging Europe.
Yeah.
So I understand everybody was poor and living conditions
Sick
weren't great.
and dead and also sick.
There
and
was a
dead.
lot of child mortality at this point in time. It's like if you made it past age 12, you were probably going to live for a decent period of time, but most people did not live past 2 days.
If you lived to age 12, then you immediately had to go get married so you can make your own kids.
Exactly.
That's true.
Chop
That's
chop, let's
true.
go. You ain't getting any younger. But yeah,
you might not be getting any older either.
You might not be. Well, with the witch involved, which so this witch is interesting. Sandwich. No, she doesn't give him sandwiches. She gives him gingerbread house. They don't even.
She doesn't even give him that.
No, she doesn't. They just sit down at the table and she's like, "All right, I'm evil now," and just throws Hansel into the yoinks him into the cage. It's like, okay.
I'm pretty sure. Well, I'm pretty sure the only reason that happens even is because they did not have mouth articulation, so they couldn't physically show them eating.
They had 10 minutes.
I'm pretty sure that's the reason.
They had 10 minutes of this cartoon.
They had 10 minutes. The budget feels a little bit more limited in this in comparison to other ones.
Yeah. They keep making the same creepy faces. Well, at least Hansel does. Hansel, I don't like his howdy doody smile that he does like every 5 seconds.
They make a big change with this story to where the witch creates the house of candy, like explicitly makes
in
the
real
house
time.
of candy as a trap for the kids that also disappears after they kill her. Whereas in the original story, it's a little vague as to why exactly the house is there, but it's kind of implied to be the house that the witch just casually lives in, probably to lure small children.
Yeah.
But here it's very explicitly she makes it as a trap.
And what showings I remember, isn't it like after they kill her, then they eat the house?
Yes, because they're very hungry. And then in this one, it now brings up the big question to me. Okay, well, if any of them actually had... Wait, no, they're nibbling at the outside of the house. So I have to really ask, after they killed the witch, did the house food inside of their stomach also disappear?
Are they hungry again? Yeah, that's a good point. Oh, but the windowsill that I was eating like 10 minutes ago disappeared, so now I'm hungry again.
It's okay. You can eat the gold the rabbit gave you.
Oh yeah, there's a rabbit. Yeah, that's the other thing too. Is like, so the witch dies because they throw her into the oven, and then all of a sudden the magical creatures of the forest are like, "Hey, you saved us. We never thought of throwing her into the oven." Okay, well, I guess they just did.
The witch had enslaved all of us.
Yeah.
Somehow she never had any animal servants. She wasn't abusing the animals in a way that we could tell.
They had 10 minutes. Okay, so then the magical animals are just like, okay, we're gonna give you all this gold and jewels, and then you can afford food now, I guess. It's like, oh, okay. I've never seen that in a Hansel and Gretel story before, ever. So that did kind of catch me off guard, where I'm like, oh, there's magical talking animals here now.
Yeah, you know what, Ray? Sure.
I guess, bro. I guess, bro. I guess, Ray. Sure.
Do we want to move on to Rapunzel now?
I do want to move on to Rapunzel now. We're flying through these. So Rapunzel, yeah, this one only really works with a narrator. You like the reason I say that is because there's that scene when the witch. No, it is a witch in this one. Yeah, it's a witch.
Isn't it the same fucking model?
It's a different skin color, but I 100% believe it's the same model.
I would not be surprised if Ray just painted over the previous model.
Yeah, painted over. Yeah, like I think this one was this before 51. Oh, they're both 51. I don't know which one came out first, but it doesn't matter because so the witch, says the whole Rapunzel, let down your hair, and then when the prince says it, after the witch leaves, Rapunzel's like, oh, I guess the old woman wants to come back up here. It's like, wouldn't they have two different voices? Does the prince have an old woman voice, or does the old woman have a prince voice? What's going on here? What do you mean you can't tell the difference between different people's voices?
How bad news. They released on the exact same day.
They really.
Oh, according to Letterboxd, which
Letterboxd says they both got
someone could-
theatrical releases on the
Yeah, I
5th
saw
of
too.
February.
Down to the
And honest to
wire.
God, that just tells me someone probably just guessed.
Yeah, they guessed. We'll never know. But
I guess so.
this is lost
guess,
knowledge.
bro.
This is lost knowledge. Which came first, Rapunzel or Hansel and Gretel? We'll never know.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Well, Rapunzel is older than Hansel and Gretel in the story, so probably her.
Okay, that's fair enough. So
She was the one of the 18 kids they had that survived.
yeah, 8 survived. That just kind of bothered me where she's like, oh, the old woman wants to come back up. It's like, it's a difference of voices. But I guess because there's only one voice, Del Moore, the guy narrating, I guess that means that, sure, that they all sound the same. This is operating on Anomalisa logic where everybody has the same voice.
Del Moore
Pretty
was in a
much.
lot of Jerry Lewis movies.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I guess he was a popular radio host from the looks of it.
So whenever there was a radio in a Jerry Lewis movie, they used his voice.
Well, I think he has multiple different roles. He's just in a lot of Jerry Lewis, so I guess they're friends.
Right. Oh, isn't that wholesome? Do you think Jerry Lewis would have done a Harryhausen movie?
No, but apparently for Harry, I was looking more stuff about Ray earlier. And it's like, in addition to being friends with Ray Bradbury, during the war he worked under fucking Frank Capra, apparently.
Oh, that's funny.
Yes. I learned about that when I watched the World War II cartoons.
And also along with Theodore Geisel,
Dr.
who you would know as
Seuss.
Dr. Seuss.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Mhm.
oh, you just have all these connections, Ray. Goddamn.
Hal, have you seen any of the Private Snafu cartoons?
I've seen a handful because there was some that were on the Superman DVD last summer where it was like Snefooperman and then actually, yeah, as far back as Cartoon Crazies Go to War. So as far back as episode 1 of the podcast, yeah, I've seen a couple Private Snafu shorts.
I've seen clips of them, but I haven't
Crazy.
seen any of them in full.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also haven't seen any in full. I have more experience in like his newspaper comic strips that he did, the
Newspaper
political
comics.
comic strips that he did.
I'm sure we've all seen the booby trap clip, though.
yeah.
Yes.
Booby trap.
Thank you, Dr. Seuss.
Or the one where he keeps getting the piano song wrong and he's just like, to hell with it. That's a classic. But
For the most part, this adaptation of Rapunzel is, I don't believe it deviates too far from the original norm. However, I must point out that Ray changed the way in which the prince gets blinded. Because in the original, he gets blinded by falling into a thorny blackberry bush. And so his eyes are literally ripped to shreds by blackberry thorns.
Oh, blackberry. Shred my eyes.
Some tellings of this story based directly from the Brothers Grimm version can sometimes get very grisly with the details, which I'm very fond of. But then here that he just has the witch take away his ability to see anything
Just
because magic.
Yeah. You don't get to see how pretty this girl I kidnapped is. You're blind forever now, except when she cries into your eyes, in which case the spell is broken, I guess.
I like how he's supposed to be a prince, which implies he has, like, a kingdom to look over and everything.
Yeah.
And yet here he is wandering the wilderness for multiple months that they clarify, blind as hell. No one is looking for him.
Yeah.
If I recall,
like,
though, I
Prince of
believe
what?
that it is accurate to the original story, though.
Sure, but Prince of what?
Yeah, Prince of what? Prince of
Germany.
Why is Germany looking for him?
There were many German castles.
You gotta understand.
That implies that there were multiple different German kingdoms.
And
sometimes if you lose a prince, you just replace him.
Listen, William, you gotta understand. There are two princes.
They replaced him with one of the other 18 princes that survived. Got it.
Yes.
There's two princes. Do 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 do. I want something to get me through this semi-charm kind of life. That's not right. I just combined two songs. Sorry, moving on. Yeah.
Isn't the Prince who Prince like the if you the da 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 da?
Yeah. So I got
Yeah.
that completely wrong. So I apologize. I thought
That's okay, Hal. We make mistakes all the time. You
Yeah.
just sometimes make bigger mistakes.
How do you
maybe.
confuse it with semi-charmed life?
I don't know why.
It took you until you said the words "semi-charmed life" to realize
Yeah.
you were
Wait,
singing a different song.
Yeah, wait a minute. That's not Two Princes by Spin Doctors. God damn it. Oh man, yeah. Not my greatest moment on this podcast.
That's okay. Harryhausen has also had better moments.
Exactly. And one of them was not the story of Rapunzel. Where he just
Do we yeah, keep going.
No, that's it.
Okay.
I'm trying to come up with more things to say, but do I care? No.
The back
I don't
again, the models look good, the backdrops look good. These are all very straightforward retellings of the stories.
Yeah.
Which I think we should skip ahead to the Mother Goose stuff and do Figurehead last.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with that. Well, we also need to cover a Queen of Hearts.
Well, that's in the Mother Goose.
That's in Mother Goose, yeah.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're two separate logs on.
Correct.
No, I'm mistaken. This is the Iwerks cartoon from the 30s. This is not the segment from Mother Goose. Okay. I'm confusing myself because I watched Queen of Hearts last night after Nursery Rhyme Review, and you made a mention, William, saying I'm pretty sure they're the same.
Well, because it was like, I think this happened when we were doing the 50 cartoons tape. Where there was like a confusion about that even. I think maybe the fucking VHS tape put Iwerks on there when it wasn't.
Maybe it did. Let me check. Okay, keep talking about Queen of Hearts then. I'll be right back.
Well, that's like the third one in here.
That's probably what it is, because the 34 film by Iwerks is just like a Silly Symphonies adjacent cartoon telling of the nursery rhyme, but like all the characters are like playing card people brought to life.
Yeah, I don't know. I just remember that for some reason we watched the Harryhausen short for the episode 50, and I don't remember why.
Because Harryhausen, so the Harryhausen shorts, like 2 of them are on the 50 of the Greatest Cartoons VHS tape.
Okay.
So that's why we watched. Yeah, that's why we watched some of them.
Where did Iwerks come to this then?
I don't know. Where he just inserted himself.
Know.
He inserted himself for no reason. I don't know.
Anyway, these Mother Goose ones, the Nursery Rhyme Review.
Yes.
Which I'm pretty sure they're using the wrong version of review.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe the correct spelling is REVUE. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that because that's also the title of one of a Mickey Mouse cartoon. I think 2 actually.
There's also the Looney Tunes cartoon book review.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've seen that one.
Yeah, that's the one where Daffy and he looks like a JoJo character.
Yeah, he's in the fucking...
that's right. That's the one where he sings La Cucaracha and he uses his stand Only Me.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's supposed to be the other review, not review. Good job, Letterboxd.
Well, I think that's just in the actual short too.
Oh, is it? That's funny.
Good job, Ray.
Good job, Ray.
Ray just misspelled it because like the framing device that this cartoon is made is based off of is correct. That is exactly what a review is. It's just that's not the correct spelling.
It's a review. Hey, look at that. See, I'm back, folks.
We could do Mother Goose Presents, and that works. Or we could use the correct spelling, and that also works. Pick one, please. Pick one.
Yeah.
Pick one.
So
yeah, these are. It's 4 shorts basically, right? It was 4.
4.
Yeah.
Yes, 4.
I believe so.
There's no dialogue at all. It's interstitial titles, and so they're all silent with no sound effects. And they're just very straightforward retellings of them.
Yeah, narrate.
So you literally just get the nursery rhyme of Little Miss Muffet, and you just see it happen in real time.
Oh yeah, there's no narration. Yeah, it's all just there's title cards, and there's like where it says like Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet eating her curds and whey.
You get the devious looking spider, and then she goes "Gadzooks" and runs away, and that's the short.
That's the short. You get.
I mean, all
And
things
then
considered, I think this one is cute and charming enough.
Hmm.
It's got enough entertainment factor for my own sake. I think it's probably the best out of all of these Harryhausen fairy tale / nursery rhyme cartoons.
well,
Though
nothing
it's not
stretched
my
out.
favorite. King Midas is probably still my favorite, even though it's one that kind of kerfuffles me. But I like it in part because it kerfuffles me.
Well, also like there's no fat to these. It's just here is the nursery rhyme. Get in, get out.
Yeah, here's the old
Mhm.
Mother Hubbard with the dog with smoking a pipe.
Which, you know
The
what? I
hover
don't.
dog is really funny though.
He's devious.
You know what? I'm not sure if I've ever actually heard the full rhyme for Old Mother Hubbard before.
No, I had never
This-
did, and then when watching this cartoon, I'm like, what the fuck is this What is this story? What is this nursery rhyme? Yeah.
It is the story of the first rage baiter.
Yeah,
Basically.
basically. That little fucker.
That fucking dog is a rage baiter.
Pretends to be dead, wins.
Pretty much.
And then after Old Mother Hubbard, it's the Queen of Hearts one. So we had to watch that again.
Well, again,
She eats the tarts. The tarts get stolen, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought the Queen of Hearts one was pretty boring.
the king beats the shit out of the Knave of Hearts, and then the Knave of Hearts vows never to steal again. Okay,
The moral
Only
is
to
don't
steal again.
don't steal.
And then Humpty Dumpty, which is Humpty Dumpty.
You've
You know, he gets on a wall, he falls off
falls
the
down,
wall, and
he's
now
dead.
he's dead.
he's dead.
It is
I
very
like-
funny.
Yeah. I think you're about to mention. I found it really funny how like they explicitly depict the King's Men as being really stupid.
Oh, I was gonna say how like I'm sure there's a picture of the egg in the originals and everything, but like they never actually say in the text of any sort of Humpty Dumpty that he is specifically an egg.
Fuck, you're right.
It could have been a guy.
Wait a minute. My entire worldview is shifted. That's right.
I'm sure that because like it's always depicted as an egg, so I'm sure that was probably part of the original story. But they never explicitly say in the text he's an egg.
Hold on, I'm looking this up.
Humpty Dumpty.
Typically portrayed as an anthropomorphic egg, though he is not explicitly described as much.
So, you know, it could have been a guy.
Sorry, I'm having a mental breakdown right
Okay,
now. Humpty
okay,
Dumpty's not
so-
an egg.
So I think the first proper appearance, based on the very limited research that I've done at this moment in time, is Through the Looking Glass by Lewis Carroll, where Alice refers to him as looking exactly like an egg. I think that's the first appearance of Egg Humpty.
I'm literally just Pim at the end of the first Smiling Friends episode. I'm just sitting like, that's me realizing, when was Humpty Dumpty described as an egg? Fuck. Ugh. My life is a lie.
Well, so's Humpty's because it's over.
Yeah. Yeah. Damn you, Humpty Dumpty! How could you do this to me?
Okay, yeah. What I'm finding is that the first proper depiction of Humpty as an egg was in Lewis Carroll's Through the Looking Glass.
Oh, it's Lewis's fault. Okay.
Yes, it is my favorite pedophile, Lewis Carroll's fault.
God damn it, Lewis. First you diddle kids, then you
Wait,
lie
hang on.
about
Catch up.
Okay.
Can I get your ranking? Can I get your ranking on that?
your ranking of your
Yeah.
favorite pedophiles.
Yeah, give me a ranking on that one.
Where does Jared's Subway land on that tier list?
Okay. So obviously, Mr. Jeffrey, bottom tier.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Donald, slightly above,
Sure.
but not
Only
much.
slightly.
He,
Sure.
that Tic Tac video of him was very funny.
It was. Lewis Carroll, he's at the top, but at the same look,
Because at least he
okay,
wrote Alice in Wonderland, which is a good
he
book.
never touched kids. He just wrote some letters that were very, let's just say, not appropriate.
What an absolute fucking dork, dude.
Lewis, why do you have all these panty shots of Alice in the movie? Don't worry about it.
It's crazy too because they were never published and they were found after he died, and the people who found them were like, guys, what do we
what the
do
fuck?
with this?
You're gonna want to see this.
I'm surprised they didn't just take a match and throw it on the pile.
It's all true though. It's all true. Like this is all real ass shit.
That is the nerdiest shit I've ever heard. You're a pedophile, but you just write letters.
You just wrote these letters and never sent them.
No, you gotta understand there were a lot of authors during this time who would write letters and just
it was 1800s. They were all pedophiles.
another bro
I'm pretty sure the Shelleys were not pedophiles, at least to our knowledge.
Well,
Mary Shelley was just responsible for holding on to her father's heart inside of her desk for all of her life.
How old was Ben Franklin?
Lewis died before they
How old was his wife?
How old was No, listen, Lewis Carroll died before they invented clearing your search history.
That's true.
That's incredible.
So what you're saying is that what he really wanted to do was write the fruit looking ass.
Oh.
Yeah.
All he could do is look, because all he did was write a bunch of fucking letters. Oh, that's so funny. That you know what? He's at the top of my list too, and my list only has one entrant, and it's him.
My list only has Freddy Krueger.
Okay, fine. Freddy Krueger could be number 2 on that list.
Yeah, he's my second favorite, only because he's fictional.
At least he's funny. At least he can tell jokes.
He is
but
funny.
He's funny.
He is funny. It's like Freddy Krueger is funny, but Lewis Carroll also wrote like
Freddy
some of my
Krueger
favorite
versus
poetry.
the
So
virgin Lewis Carroll.
So it's a moral quandary, right? He wrote 2 of my favorite collections of poetry, but then he also had thoughts about kids.
Yeah, well, so did all poets. Like Walt Whitman fucked boys. Like, he did. He was apparently he was a massive pedophile, but people still quote, "Oh, Captain, my Captain." It's like, yeah, because "Oh, Captain, my Captain" kind of rules. So like, yeah, he's dead, so whatever. But I mean, look, that goes with all artists.
He's not getting the money. He's dead.
He's dead. Okay, he's dead.
Hey, Michael Jackson ain't getting my money anymore.
Right.
Look. At least Michael Jackson made Thriller, right?
Yeah.
It's like how people are still cool with that one dude because he made Graduation. I'm still cool with Michael Jackson because he did Thriller.
Yeah.
Also, he's dead, so like he's not getting the money.
His best album. Bad is his best album.
Yeah.
It's like I'll always go up for bad, but at the same time, it's like he probably touched some people inappropriately.
I mean, I'm not saying he did it, but I think it's weird when you build a children's theme park in your backyard.
Right.
Well,
that's going to turn some heads.
He's clean, but at the same time, he made comments that really make you think.
He wrote letters. Okay, he also wrote letters.
He wrote letters through his.
He wrote lyrics.
He also wrote lyrics. That's a great way. I'm going to use that from now on when describing somebody as a pedophile. He wrote letters, okay?
You're just going to pull that one out during wheel night and everyone's going to be confused.
Guys, I think this guy with the pedo stash, I think he wrote letters.
This guy wrote some letters.
Every pedophile wishes that they were just the gif of the letter that's on fire.
The creepy old man down the street. Yeah, he writes letters.
On today's episode of Family Guy, Herbert writes a letter.
Hey, Chris. Dear Stan.
Shout out to that one guy who voted specifically for the Family Guy Obi-Wan Kenobi's erect lightsaber.
Oh yeah, for the Star Wars
Yeah,
character
yeah.
ranking, yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta
Just in time.
Well, speaking of erection, the figurehead. So
Woman falls in love with a piece of wood and makes it everyone else's problem.
exactly.
Correct.
Yeah. So this is called Harryhausen Volume 1 Shorts. And you think, oh, all the cartoons must have Harryhausen involved in some way, shape, or form, right?
Nope. The best cartoon from this selection is not even Harryhausen. No offense to the goats, but I mean, we're not talking about Jason and the Argonauts right now. That's all I'll say.
I thought this one was pretty sick. Yeah, I did like the figurehead a lot.
Yeah. A lot of kind of abstract animation and techniques going on that really creates a unique experience.
I described it as like the UPA equivalent of like the other stop motion stuff.
Yeah, like, it did give me big of Telltale Heart vibes.
Yeah.
Well, just even like the designs of the characters feel very like UPA mid-century style.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mid-century for sure. Yeah.
Like the mermaid herself, sure, but everyone else is like, I could see this guy in a Magoo short.
I'm also just now noticing that the poster for this film has the mermaid's tits out.
Oh yeah.
This is not a criticism against the film. This is just an oily observation.
Listen,
because like she's topless in the short itself.
She's topless. It was the 1950s. The quality was a little weird. So I think you could sneak that under the Hays Code, where they're just like, I can't even tell what that is.
This was very British. Bold.
This was British.
That's true too. The Brits are different. Yes.
They
didn't necessarily have to abide by the Hays Code. They just risked their films getting banned inside of United States.
My children get to watch a cartoon where you can see the lass's tits. Simple as.
They probably just
in the great words of Ozzy Osbourne, titties!
Oh, rest in peace. So the figurehead, I had never heard of this story beforehand, and it's a poem. So like, based on a poem by Cosby Garston. If anyone was ever going to be a poet, it's that guy with the name like that. That is a poet's name right there. Listen, he writes letters too. Maybe he didn't.
Probably.
I don't know. Maybe he did, but listen, when it comes to poetry,
list of works: Up the Line to Death, Vagabond Verses, The Mudlarks, The Sunshine Setters, The Mudlarks Again, The Black Knight, The Ballad of the Royal Anne, The Coastal Romance, The Owl's House, Samuel Kelly, an 18th Century Seaman, High Noon, The West Wind, The Dragon and the Lotus, Hoopla in China Seas, was made into a film by Tay Garnett, starring Clark Gable and Jean Harlow.
Ooh, Clark. There you go.
I actually feel very embarrassed because The Figurehead is one of the poems that's featured on my favorite website, Poetry Foundation, because as we've mentioned, I'm a bookworm. I read shit. And I have not actually read the poem before, but I have the entirety of the poem in my face. It's a lot shorter than I expected.
I mean, this short was only 7 minutes long, and you don't hear the narration for like the first minute, because the first minute is literally the guy building the figurehead while he's getting drunk.
You can definitely tell they took advantage of it being a short poem in order to do trippy experimental animation.
Right, yeah.
Okay, I need to cut you guys off real quick because there's a very important thing on his Wikipedia entry. He has a section marked disappearance.
What?
Garston disappeared while returning from a party to a friend's yacht, the Osprey, via rowboat in the Salcombe estuary on 19th of April 1930. The boat capsized and his body was never found, despite Garston's prowess as a strong swimmer. The boat's other two occupants survived. He left an estate at gross value at a bunch of money. His widow, Lillian, was male of Penzance in 62 to 63.
Oh, he wrote letters. This motherfucker wrote letters. he wrote letters. Let me tell you, nobody. Just sorry, babe. You found my letters. Let me come home now. I can't face her. Capsize the boat. He wrote letters.
He wrote a lot of letters.
He
at
wrote
that party.
a lot of letters. Okay.
So what you're telling me is that this guy is friends with the Amelia Earhart's coconut crabs.
Maybe.
Status missing for 96 years. Bro, he's fucking dead.
Oh, we got 4 more years. Maybe he'll just turn up in those 4 years. You never know.
4 more years. 4 more oily years.
4 more years, that'll fix it.
Yeah.
Just 4 more years, folks.
And we'll find Cosby's body. Cosby Garston. Not the other Cosby.
Well, we might find his body too.
No, yeah, it's any day now. Any day now.
It could even happen right now. Probably not, but it could.
Probably not. If it hasn't happened yet, I don't even know how it hasn't happened yet.
He's like what, half deaf, blind?
Yeah.
In jail?
He's out of jail because
Oh, he got out of jail?
well, because they figured, oh, well, he's almost dead, and that was like years ago. They thought he was almost dead. I have not heard ever since that he's dead.
He's too busy writing letters.
He's too busy writing letters, yeah. But anyway, yeah, the figurehead was kind of sick. It was.
Oh my goodness.
Oh
no, I'm reading the first paragraph of Wikipedia for him. He is said to have been untamable as a child and to have died in mysterious circumstances after the boating accident. He was untamable as a child.
This guy rules. So I apologize, Mr. Garston, for implying that you write letters. I'm just saying there's a
he had letters written to him.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I mean, he was untamable apparently. So that's a kid you write letters to.
Bro, he was in the cavalry regiment during World War I.
Right.
He met his wife when he rescued her from drowning.
Oh, that's ironic. Yeah, no, he saved his wife from drowning and he disappeared after capsizing off a boat.
But the other 2 guys survived and didn't know what happened.
Who is this man?
Oh my god, he looks like Adolf Hitler.
Oh, even better.
You know what? Now that because I've been looking at his picture this whole time, and now you say it's like he's like a long Hitler.
He has like a less bushy version of the Hitler stash.
Yes.
We took Hitler and we stretched him a little bit.
It's like you took Play-Doh and you like ring it up like a little worm. Like that's what they did with his head with Hitler. They'd like ring him around and now
the Chad Cosby Garston and the Virgin Hitler.
Yeah.
Cosby Garston probably could have beat up Hitler.
I think he had a chance. Yeah.
I think he would have forced Hitler to write letters.
I don't think
I don't think Hitler needed forcing to do that.
I think he wrote letters all on his own.
I think Hitler wrote a lot of letters.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this episode?
This episode is amazing. This is the best episode 200 that I've ever been on.
Yeah. Listen, we're discovering new things about our favorite authors and that they wrote a lot of letters. But does that take away from the art that they made? No, I don't think so. But that's why you should always appreciate.
It does take away from the letters they wrote, though.
It does take away from the letters. Look, those letters were nasty. Okay, they were highly inappropriate letters, and I don't want to prop those up. I want to prop up the good art they did, like Alice in Wonderland and the figurehead.
I guess I also just want to make it clear to the world I do not endorse pedophiles.
Stunning and brave. You know what? I agree.
I agree.
I myself do not write letters.
I just know that there will be children listening to this, and I just want to make sure that they know pedophilia is bad.
Do not accept any letters, kids, okay? Do not.
There's a reason pen pals stopped being a thing.
Oh. So yeah. With all that said, am I keeping the DVDs? That's the point of the show, is it not?
Yeah, I guess we're done talking about the figurehead.
Yeah.
Figurehead is pretty tight, and I mean,
It's good.
at least for me personally, it's like I like Harryhausen in most all forms that he takes.
I just like his later stuff more than these, and I think I like the figurehead more than these.
Exactly. Yeah.
I just kind of like it better when he's telling stories that have something to do with Greek gods and monsters.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Monsters
I
are
know that's
cool.
a hot take, but I think the Greek religion's pretty cool.
I mean, when you hear Harryhausen, you do think more so Jason and the Argonauts and then the Sinbad trilogy than you would his King Midas and Mother Goose stories. Yeah.
Yeah.
What you're basically saying is that these would all be better if they had skeletons in them.
I think there's a
Yes.
chance. Well, listen, Works, no skeletons in, what was it, fucking The Headless Horseman?
Headless Horseman.
Bad.
Uh-huh.
Skeletons in Skeleton Frolic? Good. It's pretty
True.
definitive evidence right there.
I think more things should have skeletons in them besides closets.
Right.
I agree. I agree with that.
Because you know what's next to those skeletons in those closets?
Letters. And you don't want to read those letters. No.
Yeah, that's the end of the episode.
Yeah, well, now we got to go into the Q&A, folks, so we'll see you there. Transition sound.
Transition.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, episode 200. Happy for them. Whoa, Slice. Hey, what are we doing here in episode 200 of Too Many Movies? Oh, I'll tell you what we're doing here. We're here to advertise the other podcast I started. The sports podcast. You remember that?
Yes, help, I'm being held hostage here. Can someone please help me right now?
No, Slice. Your line is you have to subscribe to Deep Dish Chowder Sports Radio on YouTube. Oh well, I guess I said your line. Okay, sorry. Back to the basement with you.
Oh man.
These nuts.
Yes. Yes, I concur. These nuts indeed. Indubitably. Well, welcome everybody to the second half of episode 200. This is the part of the show where we answer questions that were submitted by you. And I'm pointing towards you, the viewer, but I'm also pointing to some of you fuckers in this call right now, because some of you guys decided to ask some questions of yourselves. And listen, who am I to say no? You know, I don't say no. So yeah, ask away when you guys did. So thank you for that.
Now, I think it's important that we tell the audience that we're recording this on August 1st, 2026, which is a very special occasion.
Yeah, it's the 10th anniversary
Celebrating-
of Suicide Squad 2016.
Is it really
Yeah.
the 10th anniversary?
It is actually, yeah.
Because I thought it was August 5th, because I looked it up and it turns out both Suicide Squad movies came out on the exact
you're
same
right.
day.
I was thinking of Guardians of the Galaxy because Suicide Squad ripped off Guardians of the Galaxy.
Right,
So
yeah,
that's
yeah.
what I thought.
Which Guardians came out
Yeah.
August 1st? The very first one?
Oh, the very first one, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
All right, so it's the 12th anniversary of Guardians of the Galaxy. All right, yeah, that's the anniversary that I mentioned. You said was going to mention.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. Definitely not any other anniversary for any other movie.
Your PFP is saying something else, though. What's Vincent, I'll be fair. What is the 1 year anniversary?
The 1 year anniversary of my trip to Philadelphia when I held James at gunpoint and forced him to go see The Bad Guys 2 with me in theaters.
Editor, you have to animate that.
That is, yeah, editor, me, animate that right now.
No, you don't get to. You don't get to do that.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's also the anniversary of Naked Gun 2025.
Oh, interesting.
No, but you see how animating some visuals to go with that would be a betrayal of his values because he doesn't think animation is cinema. So it couldn't be him.
You bring up a good moral quandary there. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, that was of 1 year ago. You went to Philadelphia and almost died because they burned down the city because the Eagles fans. No, I'm just kidding. That's just a
This was
stereotype.
before NFL season started.
That's right.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. So it's coming back. 1 week.
Did he go to a nice theater though? Was it like a really cool theater, or was it just like a regular like AMC?
No, it was an AMC in a mall.
Interesting.
Oh, AMC's in the mall. Oh, of course.
There's literally not a single AMC in my home state.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw Sheep Detectives with Robin at an AMC at a mall in Atlanta when we went to MomoCon, and we had a good experience.
The AMC is fine. I'm just saying malls are a dying breed, so an AMC in a mall is just not a good combination. That's got to be the lamest the lamest part of the mall.
Yeah, the chain theater that I normally go to is Regal, not AMC, and that's because my theater at least they have these really nice recliner chairs. And this is for all of the theaters, not just like 40X or the special versions of movies. And I'm willing to pay like $2 to $3 extra so I can sit in those nice seats. They recline, so I can like just kick back and lay. I actually fell asleep while I was drunk when I went to go see Mario Galaxy. You can't do something like that at an AMC.
Well,
I hate to be this guy, but it's like I know that recliner seats are like nice and like I'm not gonna complain about them too much, but they are killing movie theaters in some ways.
Because people are falling asleep during really bad movies.
Because they're removing the seat counts. I feel like movies are a group experience, and when you fit and when you shrink down the theater size, you're not seeing as many others' reactions about it. My go-to theater recently that I go to see most movies at is shut down for the rest of the year because it had to get recliner seats.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe that's also why I prefer it.
I would rather be in a comfortable seat than be surrounded by people in a movie theater, though.
Yeah,
so I'm the wrong person to be telling that.
Yeah, I prefer less crowded theaters to big ones. Sometimes it's nice, but for the most part, especially when I go see animated movies and not having to worry about dealing with a bunch of badly behaved kids.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, the badly behaved kids add to the experience, you know?
They can.
That's what I have to endure on. Well, no, honestly, fair. I don't want to deal with the kids too often there because it's like, for me, It's like dealing with my actual job at my for fun job, you know.
Your for fun job. Well, speaking of for fun, we got to answer some fun questions.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going in whatever order YouTube wants to go in, even though some questions have more likes than others. I guess we're going to start with this question from Yinseto5192. Let's see. This is actually a series of questions, so here we go. Number 1, what letter comes after H?
J.
J. Number 2, what's the opposite of hate?
Lukewarm feelings.
Even more hate. Number 3, what's the name of the award given to TV shows that starts with an E, ends with a Y, and has 4 letters?
Oscar.
Golden Globe. Did I get the questions right?
No, Hal, you made a promise that you'd answer the questions honestly and to the best of your ability.
Yeah, and I'm a moron. I'm a moron. I answered honestly. I'm stupid.
All right, fine. Next question.
Can't get me that easily. All right. Here we go.
She's a great character. You're doing great.
We got another question. We got a question here from Lord Ketchup, who writes,
Ketchup.
Oily hypothetical. You're visiting Taco Bell for lunch. Okay, this is very likely because I have done Taco Bell for lunch before. What will you be ordering? Are you brave enough to watch all of Faust in the restaurant? Does New England even have Taco Bell? All right.
Not much.
So, okay, I'll answer that one. Yes, New England does have Taco Bell because I've been to a couple, and yeah. All right, what will I be ordering? Taco Bell. I have a go-to. And I don't remember what it's called. What the fuck? Chicken chalupa. The chicken chalupa order.
That's the best one.
Yeah, it's like the 2 chicken tacos on like the soft bready shell, and then you get like an extra one on like a crunchy shell. Yeah, that's my go-to for Taco Bell.
That's the best thing on the entire Taco Bell menu. You're very correct.
Yeah, either that or Doritos Locos Tacos are my go-tos. So yeah, that's what I'd be ordering. And a drink Baja Blast, just because I'm at the Taco Bell KFC. So, gotta get the Taco.
Yeah, I was just about to ask, what is your opinion on Baja Blast?
I like
people like Baja Blast.
I like it.
Baja Blast.
Yeah.
It's fine. I guess.
I literally started going to Taco Bell more, or by going, I mean ordering on Uber Eats because of Baja Blast. Because my go-to is
Baja Blast.
Yeah, because my go-to is I'll usually order a chicken quesadilla with 3 blend cheese, rice, onions, and beans. But the Baja Blast is the main reason why I go there.
Lazy, what's your Taco Bell order?
Oh yeah, I've been to Taco Bell a couple times within like the past couple months. I tried the Baja Blast once. It's good. Not really my thing. I mostly when I go there, I kind of I don't really get a whole lot because I'm not a big Taco Bell guy. I prefer more authentic Mexican food for my liking, but I would, if I were, when I go there to just get a drink because it's kind of the closest place to my house right now where I can actually like get a fountain drink just to bring home with me. I usually just get like those kind of French fries they have with like nacho cheese.
Ooh, nacho fries. Those are good.
Nacho fries, yeah. Those are good. I think as like a snack.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then
I also think that. No, I was just gonna say that now that they've started selling Baja Blast in like actual stores more, I don't go to Taco Bell as frequently. But beforehand, where it was like an exclusive to the restaurant, I was going there quite frequently or ordering there quite frequently.
Yeah.
See, by you saying that now, Taco Bell's gonna be like, we messed up, and then recall the Baja Blast from the world.
The world will burn if they do that.
Yeah, no. Let us have the Baja Blast, okay? We have so little.
But like Yin said, literally just proved why Taco Bell should not have unleashed the blast.
I think they should have. Listen, Pandora's box, okay? They can't put it back. I'm afraid it doesn't matter.
It alters your brain chemistry, Phineas.
Pandora's blast.
They should have made it so that humans when it comes to the liquid that they need to survive, it should have been Baja Blast instead of water. So that could be the main drink.
Y'all will find this little bit of Phineas lore funny. There was one day when I was like in high school. I think it was summer 2020, so it was right after high school. My friends and I, as we went through the Taco Bell drive-in. I couldn't make a decision of what to get because I'm a chronic vacillator, and I randomly said Sierra Mist. My friend randomly said for me Sierra Mist, and so I had a Sierra Mist that day.
Yeah, isn't Sierra Mist not exist anymore? Isn't it changed?
No,
They
it's
changed it.
called Starry
They
now.
changed it to Starry. Yeah, I'm like, why? I mean,
that's the same.
Like,
I guess
I didn't
bro.
realize that was the same soda. I thought they were.
I don't know why.
I like a good lemon lime soda. I'm not really a Mountain Dew person though because I
Sprite.
just
no, that's the thing with me too. I love citrus stuff, and that's why I love Mountain Dew. It's like the perfect balance for me between sour and sweet.
I think also in my perspective, Sprite's kind of one of those, and this might be a weird way to describe it, but I always associate it and consider it kind of be softly a grandmother soda. Like my Nana on my dad's side before she passed would always like.
Oh, that's not funny. Sorry.
A good Sprite. No, you're good.
I'm gonna challenge that. I think Dr. Pepper is the soda that I associate with old people.
What?
Damn, that's my go-to soda. So I guess that makes me old.
We must all have different ideas for what an old person soda is, because an old person soda for me is 7-Up, because my grandparents had 7-Up when I was growing up.
Well, 7-Up again, citrus soda, or like a ginger ale. I think ginger ale, or in my mommy's case, Diet Coke. Always she would have.
Yo, I'm sorry, I don't like any of the diet, especially not Diet Coke though.
I think Coke Zero is much better tasting than Diet Coke. I like that one personally, but like in my
I like
household,
the regular ones. I don't like the zero sugars. I don't like the diet. Just something they're too sweet for me.
It's a soda. Why are we putting zero sugar into there? Come on.
Exactly, and that's not even true. It's just like a
right. Exactly. It's a lie. It's a false soda. A lying soda. I don't fuck with those lying sodas.
It's kind of like Dasani actually having salt in it, even though Dasani, I'm talking about the water bottle.
Dasani, more like dishonest.
Yeah, exactly. Did these
you got them there,
beverages go to lying school? Did they go during the same time as Liv?
We gotta ask Liv next time we see her.
We gotta ask her.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
That's a question for
her. Liv went to lying school. What happened?
I literally just said that as a random joke one day. I'm just like, "Oh, Liv, where'd you go? Lying school?" As just a one-off thing, and then it's been like that for years. Like I've just kept saying it.
Yeah, that's her handle is Lymandel.
It's such a stupid joke. It doesn't make any sense, but I just can't stop saying it because it's so funny. Just Liv, you went to lying school.
At it whenever you say it.
Exactly.
I get exposed to more of these bits every single day.
And the more you realize there's no actual joke with bits, we just start doing them randomly, and then we just keep them going. Like there's no rhyme or reason to them.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, but
there's reason for my recurring bits.
Well, there's one last question. I mean, because Ketchup asked this question: are you brave enough to watch all of Faust in the restaurant? To be honest, no. I don't. If I spend more than 5 minutes in a fast food restaurant, I'm going to get upset. So like, I need to be in and out of there. So no, I would not be brave enough to watch all of Faust in the restaurant.
There's some decent like sit down like fast food places. Like if you're in an In-N-Out, it's not too bad.
Okay.
But like if you're like in like a McDonald's or a Burger King though, like yeah, those places are nasty. Don't stay in those.
I don't feel good every time I enter into any sort of fast food near me, and I'm like, not because it's unhealthy. Like I'm literally there because it's unhealthy. I don't know, just the energy and the vibes are down in a lot of fast food places. And I get it, it's a depressing job. And I think that's the other thing. I don't want to make the lives of the workers worse by me just being there. I just want to get in and out. And if I want to enjoy this food, I want to enjoy it in the comfort of my house.
And they only hire like 2 people there, and so they don't have enough time to clean up the actual floor, and so the floor is always dirty.
Oh, that too.
Yeah, that's why I always make sure to like pick up my mess. Just that's a basic courtesy because like people have to clean up after this.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's why I always, whenever I've gone to a theater before, like I always try to like don't leave a mess behind me,
right?
Because like I know like, because I always kind of feel bad for like I used to work at a theater actually, so and like I've always hated from experience like having to actually clean up like a shitty looking auditorium, like for people just leave their popcorn everywhere. Like you could do at least a little bit of a better job though, just like picking up your mess and like throwing it out as you're out the door.
Yeah, no, it's the least I can do, which is why I do it. So.
Yeah, that's so valid.
All right. Next question. This comes to us from Noah Butcher 74444.
A butcher.
I'm actually adding on more fours than there are. Okay. Congrats on reaching 200 episodes. I don't need your fucking congratulations.
You should be so proud of yourself. Congrats.
I am proud. Anyway.
Shame on you.
Shame on you, Noah.
No, I was saying shame on you for 200 episodes, Hal.
I am shameful of doing 200 episodes. This podcast has gone far too long.
Oh, I disagree.
What is
it suffered a drastic decline in quality, I'd argue, ever since I showed up.
A Jurassic decline. Oh, because we did Jurassic Park that one time. Anyway, question time. What is your favorite movie from your least favorite director? Do I have a least favorite director? Let me think about that. Somebody else answer while I think about this.
Go ahead. Yeah, I'm curious about your answer, Phineas.
Neil Breen.
Neil Breen would never be my least favorite director. It would be a director that like
you guys made me sit through and watch like most of his filmography, and I hated it all. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Neil Breen, if you're listening to this. Yes. I know you're a big fan of this podcast, but I just was underwhelmed.
Yeah, by Neil, we love you. Please let me be in one of your movies. I beg you, please.
Yeah.
Least favorite director.
I'm looking through my half stars to figure out what's a director that I can't stand.
Yeah, that's.
My punching bag personally is Sean Levy, but like I can't think of a movie from him that I'm actually like passionate about.
Night at the Museum.
Well, I haven't seen that since I was a kid, so I wouldn't know.
Okay,
that was him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. As far as Sean Levy goes, I'm not even necessarily a big Sean Levy hater. From what I've seen of his, like I remember at least I liked Deadpool and Wolverine originally, but Free Guy is an absolute mess of a film, but like kind of a beautiful mess in my brain.
Ooh, I might have. So I guess we always clown on Roland Emmerich on this podcast. I mean, because it's literally one of the easiest things to do because you've seen his movies. But I guess Independence Day, because as much as we clown on Roland Emmerich, I do fucking love Independence Day. It's one of my favorite action movies growing up. It's just a fun movie I love revisiting. I've kept forgetting to watch it every year for the past 2 years, ever since I did the episode on it. So I gotta watch it again at some point. It's been a while, but I love Independence Day so much.
If I were to pick one, if I were to pick one from like Mike Mitchell, he's made some pretty bad movies.
Oh yeah.
Shrek Forever After he did. I like that.
That one's amazing. Oh my gosh.
What about Surviving Christmas? That's a banger.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
That's Buster's favorite from Mike Mitchell, actually.
Shrek Forever After is to this day my favorite Shrek film, and I know that's a hot take, but
yeah. Honestly, I can't stand Taika Waititi. I like him less as a person than as a director. But I don't know. I guess I like Jojo Rabbit. I don't love it as much as other people do, but it's pretty good, decent.
What We Do in the Shadows. I really like that from Taika. Yeah.
Jojo Rabbit's great. I like Thor Ragnarok a lot. I've not seen it in a while, but I remember liking it very firmly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we got.
I guess I do have one. I guess I'll pick one more.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
Zack Snyder's a very easy director to pick on.
Yeah.
But not gonna lie, I really like Watchmen a lot.
Yeah.
I can understand why it's polarizing. Because I think it does kind of misunderstand the source material in some pretty glaring ways, but as an experience though on like a visual level and also a lot of the stuff that I like about it is what I liked about the comic itself. So
yeah,
it kind of carries over.
I feel like Snyder and Shyamalan are directors. I feel like I should dislike more. I don't, because I see interviews with them and I'm like, oh, these are like nice, normal guys. And Shyamalan, I mean, to be fair, I do fucking love Unbreakable from Shyamalan, so I can't even really say he's my least favorite director. I like even the shit he makes that's just absolutely awful. I am fascinated by. So like, yeah,
he's made some of my favorite movies, genuinely.
Yeah, so that's why I didn't really want to say Shyamalan or Snyder and say like, oh, Watchmen or Unbreakable, because because I do fucking love Unbreakable so much, I wouldn't really consider Shyamalan a least favorite director.
Yeah, I guess the thing is, I think the thing is for like.
Wait, hold on, Yensid, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, I thought y'all's favorite M. Night Shyamalan movie was Avatar: The Last Airbender 2010.
Well, that's my second favorite, to be fair.
That's my dad's favorite Shyamalan movie. My dad.
No, our favorite's actually Lady in the Water.
The best, Lady in the Water.
my dad that is not my dad's actual favorite Shyamalan film. My dad did say, even though we watched all of the Avatar show together, he did like the movie, and he's talked about even as an adult. So even as I'm an adult instead of when I was just a kid. So it's funny to hear that.
Yeah.
You'll be surprised though. I've actually met some people who like the movie though. I'm not sure if they've ever watched the show though. Probably not.
If you like the movie and you want to expose yourself, you are welcome onto this podcast, and we will debate you.
We will debate you. We will tell you you're wrong, and we will kill you. So
yeah.
No, I mean, let's just debate. Okay.
Okay. One step at a time. I agree. All right. There's a second part to this.
I'm gonna hear some compelling arguments for Avatar 2010.
All right. There is.
I will say the recent movie is much better, though. I will say that.
There's a second part to Noah's question. It's who killed Captain Alex episode when? Tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. Actually, yesterday.
Great minds think alike.
We'll do it yesterday. That's when we'll do it. Okay. All right. We got let's see here. Next question from Lazebonis Inc. Bonus Inc. Yeah, Lazebonis Inc. What color are the Men in Black dressed as in the comedy blockbuster franchise Men in Black?
White.
Aquamarine. No, cerulean.
Cerulean.
Turquoise?
What the hell is cerulean?
These are all shades of blue. These are my favorite.
Oh, because they're probably aquamarine, water blue. Okay, I getcha. There you go. Answered. Ashton answered. All right. This comes to us from Caleb. Caleb. Wait, I know I purposely mispronounced some names, but so it's CAL 2 E's 3 B's. Is it Caleb or is it Caleb?
Caleb.
Change your fucking name, Caleb. What the fuck are you doing? Running around with 3 B's in your name. This is far too many B's. All right. Are there any specific movies that you never, ever want to talk about on the podcast at all? Whether it's just not worth talking about or otherwise. Also, happy 200 episodes.
I can answer that.
Okay.
Furry Nights.
Furry Nights. You're saying they're never, ever want to talk about.
I'm assuming that you don't ever. I would gladly do a Furry Nights episode.
I feel like Furry Nights would be funny though, is the thing. That's
so you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah, like a 1 in a million chance. Exactly. There's a chance. Not likely, but there is a chance. Yeah, okay, in terms of never ever. I don't know. I'm going to be very picky with the movies I choose for podcast episodes from now on. If it's a funny idea, absolutely. But I don't know. There's too many movies in the world that I'm just not going to get to all of them. So I think rather than putting pressure on myself to do episodes on everything, I'd rather just start doing I'd rather just do the episodes on movies that I'm actually passionate about. So I don't think it's a matter of I'll never talk about a certain movie. I mean, look, we've talked about Killer Pussy on this podcast. The sky's the limit, unfortunately. So I think it's just a matter of me being picky and just deciding, it's not a matter of I'll never talk about it. It's more of a matter of if I even get to it,
Would you do a Bat Pussy episode?
Yeah. Honestly, yes, I probably would. But I'd have to watch it first because I haven't watched it yet. That never happened.
And you don't have to worry about monetization either, because you aren't monetized, right?
I'm not monetized, but also like I don't use footage from the movies anyway, so we're just talking about them. What are they gonna do? Limit my words? What?
Because I feel like Bat Pussy is one of those things that needs to be seen to be believed.
No, it is.
You can make an exception for that.
Maybe you know what? Yeah. Hey kids, look at this movie I want to show you all. Oh, what's that? I'm under investigation from the FBI.
Oh
okay.
My God.
You know what? Maybe this wasn't that funny. The one bit to break us.
Yeah. I'm sure you. There's this one movie I think that you would probably never want to talk about. It's called The Dark Crystal. I think you really don't like that movie.
I hate that movie, so I'm never talking about it. Yeah, that's the one movie I will never talk about.
Yeah,
I'm really pissed you brought that up, dude. Come on, what are you doing?
Start hating that movie?
Right now.
Oh, wow.
Right now.
Why did you start hating The Dark Crystal?
And I'm done hating it. Okay, I like it again.
Dark Crystal meth.
Dark Crystal meth.
That was a bit, Phineas.
No,
I was playing in.
No, we don't do bits here. We do bots. Wait a minute. Next question. Moving on. All right, this comes to us.
You have to know that bits are pretending I don't understand bits, right?
That's like
one of my bits.
The bit is that you don't understand bitception. I like it.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, next question. This comes to us from Plebus. It's Brian, by the way. Hi. Okay, here we go. How do you cope with the fact that the occasional VHS tape on the show often turns out to just be 80s slop? I know you Pats fans are often accustomed to slop, but still. Listen here, you Canadian motherfucker.
Fans? That sounds pretty racist if I do say so myself.
Yeah, well, he's Canadian. They're all racist up there. Anyway, let me tell you. Let me tell you something. Occasional VHS tape on the show often turns out to be 80s slop. That is true. Fuck. All right, he's right. We do talk about a lot of 80s slop on this podcast.
Oh my God.
But I will not tolerate the Pat slander. We're coming back, dude. We're coming back. All right. Next up, we have a question here from Walter3001. Congrats on 200. Oh, yeah, it's episode 200. How about that? All right.
Yeah.
Which would make for the better David Lynch beginner film, Eraserhead or Blue Velvet? Ooh, I actually do have an unironic answer for this, and that is Blue Velvet. I think you should start with Blue Velvet. I started with Eraserhead. Big mistake. Not a big mistake. It's not the end of the world if you start with Eraserhead, but I feel like
I started with Eraserhead.
I feel like Blue Velvet is a little bit more accessible than Eraserhead. Eraserhead is very out there. Debatable on if it's the most out there David Lynch movie. I feel like Blue Velvet, though, is a lot more accessible because it is kind of your run-of-the-mill mystery thriller, just with a lot of Lynchisms involved. It is my favorite David Lynch film, so maybe I am a little bit biased, but I don't know. I just feel like Blue Velvet, I think it's weird, but it's not so weird that when you first watch it, you're completely alienated, where you're like, what the fuck is this? Because that was my experience with stuff like Eraserhead and his Dune movie. And then through subsequent watches, I was able to really start to appreciate those a lot more. So I would start with Blue Velvet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're all in agreement. Great. So anyway, by that I mean you should start with David Lynch's Dune as your first David Lynch movie, like me. And also just keep watching it to the point that now it's the David Lynch movie I've seen the most. So you should be.
No, actually, no. You should. Your first David Lynch film should be his short film, David Lynch Cooks Quinoa.
Yes. I haven't seen a lot of his short films. I think I have a playlist of it saved on my YouTube channel, and then I just never actually watched any of them. So yeah, David Lynch, rest in peace. All right, we got a question here from Super Mario Action. Out of all big films that you're yet to watch, is there any in particular that you want to watch the most? And also, who's your favorite Disney Pixar character? All right. Is there any particularly of the big films that you've yet to watch? Now, is this like this year? Or is this just in general, like future? Are we talking
they probably just mean most famous movie you haven't watched that you would be most interested in watching?
Let me check my watch list. Sort by popular.
There's one movie that that I hold up pretty high that I know you haven't seen yet.
I guess technically, according to my watch list, the most popular movie I have yet to see is Black Swan. Yeah, I guess I'll get to it. And then Shutter Island, Jennifer's Body, There Will Be Blood. I feel like out of the okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me just list off the 20 here. So Black Swan, Shutter Island, Jennifer's Body, There Will Be Blood, Stand By Me, Saving Private Ryan, The Lobster, Rocky Horror Picture Show, Children of Men, Secret Life of Walter Mitty, Annihilation, Paprika, The Killer, Dog Day Afternoon, Persona, Beau is Afraid, Big Fish, In Bruges, Seventh Seal, and Sunset Boulevard. I guess out of all of those, I guess There Will Be Blood would probably be at the top of my list.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one I'd highly recommend.
Yeah.
That and also Children of Men. Both of those I think are just like some of my favorite movies of the 21st century.
Yeah, Sunset Boulevard I really want to watch too. That's like an old.
I haven't watched that one either yet, actually, but I'd get around to it one day.
All right, so yeah, I guess out of all big films that you've yet to watch, is there any particular you want to watch the most? I guess There Will Be Blood. Sure, I'll say that. That's my answer.
Hell yeah.
What do you guys have any answers before I move on to the next question?
Let me look at my watch list.
I've never seen The Godfather.
That's a good one, yeah.
Neither has William.
And he never will. I would love it if he never watches The Godfather.
For me, it will be finally watching the Indiana Jones trilogy.
Oh, that's...
Ooh, you never seen them.
Dude, yeah, no. See, I don't often get mad when I hear people I know haven't watched movies I love. I mean, I'm still not mad. Like, you could go the rest of your life and never watch the Indiana Jones movies, and I probably wouldn't care. But, like, at this moment, those... I really want to watch them now.
I'm not watching Kingdom of... Actually, no, maybe I might watch Crystal Skull. I'm not watching Battle of Destiny.
No,
don't.
You should watch Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, because there's some things in there where I'm like, this is actually pretty funny. This is actually kind of cool. Dial of Destiny.
Dial of Destiny just sounds fucking miserable.
It is so miserable. It's so miserable.
Yeah.
I've never wanted to go back to a movie less. That's not true, but like, ugh. Just.
Also, you didn't answer yet. Your favorite Disney or Pixar?
No, that was the next question I was going to go to.
Oh wait, could I give some of my answers first? Or
what's your answer?
Mine would be that I want to see the most that I haven't seen that are pretty high on my watch list. I'd say are High and Low.
Okay.
Cinema Paradiso.
Ooh, that's a good one.
And what's most popular? Let me see. Sort by popularity. Let me do this real quick.
Yeah.
Most popular that I've never watched is 10 Things I Hate About You.
Ooh.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I have to watch Heath Ledger and other stuff besides The Dark Knight.
I do too.
Honestly, the most famous movie that I've never seen is I've never seen the original Scream.
The original Scream.
I know you're mixed on a hell, so maybe
you'd probably
who knows how much I'm.
You probably.
I don't know. Yeah. I think the reason I just haven't really gone. I don't know. Just to.
Right.
I'm kind of mixed on slasher movies. There's ones I really like Halloween, but ones I'm much more lukewarm on, like I really don't like the first Friday the 13th. I'm also William's gonna kill me for this. I'm considerably more lukewarm on Nightmare on Elm Street too.
Yeah, when you start watching those movies as comedies and not legit horror films, they get significantly better.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Well, Halloween I was also kind of watching, trying to take them seriously, and that was my biggest mistake. But then again, I guess I really did like Halloween Resurrection. I don't know. Whatever. Horror's stupid. Fuck horror. I'm kidding.
Super caught up on any horror franchise except for Final Destination.
Ooh, Final Destination. So good.
But I love those films to pieces. Bloodlines in particular is one of my favorite films, in that series. Like, it was the only film from all of last year that I saw in theaters twice, because I just enjoyed it that much. But the major horror franchise, I feel like there's so many of them now.
Oh yeah,
like every single one. And if I'm gonna try to catch up and try to get really caught up on a series, I want to watch like all of them in a go, instead of just not.
That's why, the first 3 Halloweens for the podcast was just all slasher movies. Like Halloween one year, Friday the 13th the next, Nightmare the next. I didn't do it last year. I probably won't do another slasher this year. I really like doing that grab bag episode last year, so I think I'm going to do that again this year. Just because it was a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. All right, who is your favorite Disney Pixar character?
Elastigirl.
Is that your answer or what you think?
No, I was answering for Hal.
Is that true, Hal?
They didn't ask what Pixar character do I want to come ropes to. What are you talking about? All right.
So you do. So you admit it. No shame. No shame.
I'm not saying I'm shameful of that. But I'm not like you, where I go around flaunting it. Where I'm just like, oh, guys, incredible Elastigirl or whatever. Yeah, no.
I don't go around flaunting. You're being hyperbolic.
I'm being hyper schmolic. All right. No.
Okay, that's a lie. I do.
Okay.
Then you look, darn it.
All right. No, favorite, because they're not asking like character I have a crush on. So favorite Disney Pixar. Oh wait, I was thinking Pixar alone, but like Disney. If we're talking Pixar, it's either Woody or Buzz. Probably Woody, actually. Woody's one of my favorite characters in those first 2 or 3 Toy Stories.
And 4. 4's good.
Sure, Jan. Disney. Thinking maybe Aladdin. No, maybe the genie. What am I saying? Fucking Aladdin. Aladdin's my favorite character in Aladdin. What the fuck am I talking about? Genie would be my favorite character.
That's a good character, though.
No, he's a good character, but I'm saying like favorite character would be.
There's at least like 3 characters that I would usually put above Aladdin when I'm thinking about the Aladdin films.
Yeah, Genie, Jafar, Iago. I probably like even more. Yeah, I like Aladdin too. I love that movie a lot. It's a really good movie. I'm just saying. There's far more entertaining. I'm talking, because we're talking like, all right. I don't want to overthink this. So in terms of Disney movies, I would say the Genie, and then Iago, just because it's funny to hear Gilbert Gottfried. Whatever, fuck it. I answered. All right. What do you guys got?
I struggle to pick like a pure like favorite Disney character in a lot of cases.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's just so many good ones.
There's a bunch that I relate to in a lot of cases. Like I've gone on to say that one of the characters that I in the Disney canon that I definitely connect with the most in their entire story is Judy from Zootopia, weirdly enough, because I've been that person who's moved from like a small town to a big city, and that's a film where it's like I wind up relating way more every year. Mirabelle is one of my favorites in the Disney canon. I love Encanto to pieces. Encanto is probably like my number 2 Disney film of all time. But there's like the whole thing with Disney and Pixar is they're really good. Like every film of theirs that's actually good has so many really memorable and great characters that like everyone's gonna have their favorite Disney characters, you know.
You're also gonna have your favorite Disney characters at different points in your life. Because if we're talking about me when I was a little kid, like my favorite Disney character would have been Peter Pan. But like now that I'm an adult, I feel like I relate to more adult characters. Like the Genie. Yeah, I relate to the Genie.
Grant me my wishes right now.
Or it's less about relatability and more just who do I like watching whenever I watch these movies. And that is, I like the Genie. I think Robin Williams is really funny. Or like if we're talking relatability, I guess more so you get characters like in The Incredibles and Ratatouille, where it's like, okay, they're going through struggles that I do kind of relate with. But like it's a little bit more than relatability. I feel like there's also entertainment value. Who are these characters that are really entertaining that I love watching in these movies? Yeah, it's a hard question now that I'm thinking. Like I thought this would be like a slam dunk question. It's really not. There's just so many characters that I do like, and I really can't narrow it down to being a favorite.
Has anyone told you that you're doing great and we're really proud of you?
No. Well, you actually no. You did just now.
And we're really proud of you.
You're doing great.
Can I answer
go
now?
ahead.
No.
Okay. Racist. Trying to silence the black man per usual.
It's my quota. I gotta meet my quota.
Yeah, no. Because I was thinking about who my Pixar one is, because that one took me longer to figure out than the Disney one. Because I have a very easy answer for the Disney one. Stitch from Lilo and Stitch.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it! I was gonna answer that.
You still can.
Know he's kind of no, we can both say Stitch. I know he's kind of become like he's arguably like on the same level of Mickey Mouse in terms of like popularity with the brand, but just as a character, specifically in the first movie, I think he has the best amongst the best writing in any Disney movie. And for Pixar, I'm going to go with Frozone. And for me, it's less so about writing and more so like I do think like his role in the story, I think specifically in the first one, is very strong. He's just a cool ass nigga, man.
Ice of you to drop by.
He's just cool, like literally.
Yeah. Literally and power wise, yeah, he's so cool.
Right. I thought he was like I thought that as a kid, and I still kind of think that as an adult.
I'm thirsty.
I said freeze. I'm just kidding.
All right, you've had your drink. That's a good one. Who hasn't answered yet? Lazy, have you answered yet?
Lazy. No, I haven't answered yet. So I guess for Disney, I was gonna answer Stitch, but because Yinsen stole my answer,
I want to be different.
I'll go with like Nani. I think I really relate to her struggles a lot. I mean, not relate like in terms of like being I'm a guardian, but
I'm sorry you lost your sibling, or I'm sorry you lost your parents in a fire.
Yeah, Lilo is dead.
It was a car crash, not a fire.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I would put her. Also, Belle. I mean, I rewatched Beauty and the Beast recently. I watched the Yumbo Cut with a friend.
Yeah.
That was fun. But Belle is such a great character.
Yeah, if we're talking Disney princesses, Belle's probably up there. It's either Belle or Mulan.
Yeah, Belle's my favorite, just because we're both bookworms.
Yeah.
For the princesses, for me, it's probably Rapunzel, honestly.
Yeah, I like Tangled a lot. The movie.
Yeah.
I know that her name is not Tangled. It's
that's her name.
Yeah, Tangled.
See, it bothered me as a kid that like Sleeping Beauty is not called Sleeping Beauty, because like the movie's called Sleeping Beauty, and then it's like, this is Princess Aurora. I'm like, who the fuck is Princess Aurora? That bitch is named Sleeping Beauty. Like it always bothered me
as a kid, just being like Sleeping Beauty whenever I would.
Yeah, that's her name, Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? What? She doesn't have an actual name. Her name's Sleeping Beauty.
Okay, good, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What about Pixar, Lazy?
My favorite Pixar character, I'd probably have to go with Joy from the Inside Out movies. I guess I liked her arc of like, you know, basically of kind of presenting why toxic positivity is bad.
Yeah.
And so I liked her arc in that first movie especially, and I don't know, she's just like a much more versatile character than, you know, the name of each emotion would imply.
Yeah. I like that scene in Inside Out where she took a ukulele out and talked about the toxic gossip train.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. In all seriousness with her too, I think the scene of her finally freaking out and going off on people in Inside Out 2 is
the crash out.
Her crash out, her crash out is by far and away the best scene in that film. I adore Amy Poehler so much. I'm getting through Parks and Rec, and Leslie Knope's one of my favorite sitcom characters of all time, probably.
Yeah. Nice. I need to see more of her. I mean, I've seen her in Freebirds too, so that's something.
Wait, were you there when we watched the Chipmunks?
Oh,
live action Chipmunks.
I watched the second and fourth one with y'all.
Okay,
she's in the second one. She's because they replaced Eleanor. She's Eleanor in the second and third one, and then they replaced her in the fourth one.
Yeah,
but yeah, there's one thing.
They all sound the same. You're not going to know the difference.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off for now. But you guys enjoy the rest of the Q&A.
All right.
Oh, okay.
I'll
see you later.
Yeah, you're so rad. Oh. And he's gone.
Okay, we got another question here from Lizabona Sink. What color are the Simpsons in the popular animated Fox sitcom The Simpsons? Green.
They're green.
Yeah. That thing's
Why
green.
Are they green?
I think they're colored like the dud.
Purple is my favorite drink. This is bad. All right. This question comes to us from YTV 2018. Can you make more YTPs? Do we have a special
No!
Yeah, do we have a special no sound effect, Lazy?
Well, let me see. Do we have a no? I don't see it, but we'll put in the crash out thing.
Perfect, thank you. Okay. This next question comes to us from Agent Nat 11. What's a favorite movie that you would want a sequel for? In parentheses, assuming the sequel is good. Well, you know what? Let me actually go to my favorites list. Let me at least look at the top 20. Okay. Let me see which of these have sequels or continuations and which of these don't. Dark Crystal. There's a prequel series. Okay, so that doesn't count. Star Wars. Duh, they're sequels. Hundreds of Beavers. There is no way I would ever want to see a sequel to Hundreds of Beavers. That movie is literally perfect the way it is. I never, ever want to see a continuation. It would ruin it so hard. So
no
thanks.
Thousands of Beavers.
No Thousands of Beavers. It would not come close to the quality of that first one. Incredibles. There's a sequel, so there's that. Back to the Future.
Don't need to watch it.
Don't need to watch it. Back to the Future. There's sequels. I like the sequels already. Jaws. Next. Pink Floyd's The Wall. That does not have a sequel. I would
Doug Walker's The Wall.
Doug Walker's The Wall. Okay, Doug Walker's The Wall is a sequel. All right, so never mind. I don't have to answer that. The Shining. That does have a sequel, and I don't like Dr. Sleep, so no.
I also don't.
Dark Knight.
Yeah, that movie sucks.
The Dark Knight is a sequel, and then the sequel to it is The Dark Knight Rises, which is fine. I don't know. It's not really all that great. Blade Runner. Blade Runner already has a sequel. Empire Strikes Back. That is a sequel, and the sequel is good. Return of the Jedi. That is a sequel. The sequel to that is Force Awakens. Meh. Okay.
What about The Phantom Menace? Isn't that technically like the next movie that came after that?
Yeah, but it's not the next movie in the continuation.
I guess so, yeah. But it was a prequel, so I guess so, yeah.
Which,
that makes sense.
I have my love of Phantom Menace. Does that mean it's great? Moving on. Who Framed Roger Rabbit does not have a sequel. I never ever want to see a sequel to that because that movie's perfect the way it is. The Thing.
I know my dad has always asked why there's never a sequel to that, and I told him it's probably because it would suck.
It probably would suck, and yeah, there's not. I think there were plans for it, but like, yeah, I don't know. Just that first movie is just.
J.J. Abrams was gonna write a sequel to it all the way back to the 90s.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
The closest they ever came to a sequel, I guess, is like a spiritual sequel, which was that like Chip and Dale movie. But like, who remembers that though?
Yeah. No. So I am doubly sure that these will never ever see the light of day. All right. The Thing. Yeah, no, I don't want to see a sequel to that. There's a prequel to it. That's also named The Thing. Ugh. Not good. Monty Python and the Holy Grail. That does not have a sequel. You couldn't make a sequel to that, so yeah, there'll never be a sequel to that. So good. Die Hard. That does have sequels, and I do like them. I like half the sequels. I don't like the other half. So it works out. Sequel. UHF. I never, ever want to see a sequel to UHF. I hope they never do that. That would be heartbreaking.
What's UHF?
UHF is that Weird Al movie from the late 80s.
Oh, I've not seen it.
Oh, it's so good. It's one of my favorite movies. One of my favorite comedies ever. It's so funny.
Okay.
Jurassic Park. Those do have sequels. No thanks.
Can we say 2 sequels?
Imagine if they made 6 sequels. Wouldn't that be such a bad idea?
I think it would be. Very much so. The Great Muppet Caper. That is a sequel, but it's also technically because like I really would not want a sequel to that universe of the Muppets. As much as I fucking adore that movie, I would not want a sequel to it.
I would consider Muppets Most Wanted to be a spiritual sequel in the sense that they have similar kind of ideas.
Yeah, they have a caper going on in that movie. But I
don't like Muppets Most Wanted a lot, but it's not as good as Great Muppet Caper.
No, it's not. But yeah, I like Muppets Most Wanted too. But that's the thing. It's like it's spiritually, but like, yeah, it's still its own thing. I wouldn't really classify it as a sequel to Great Muppet Caper. So
none of the Muppet movies are really sequels.
Yeah.
They're just kind of one-off movies.
Yeah, which is what I like about those movies. And then Blues Brothers. I'll cap it off there at Blues Brothers. So like, they did make a sequel. I still have not watched it. I've seen the Nostalgia Critic video on it several times. I probably will never watch this Blues Brothers, at least not under my own volition. I just, like, what's the point? I adore the first Blues Brothers movie so much. Why would I ever want to ruin that, you know?
I mean, I don't think a bad sequel necessarily ruins a first film.
Well, no, but like, I just don't really want to see a continuation on all these movies. I mean, depending on out of all these first 20, like, they either already have a sequel or I don't want to see a sequel from them. So I guess that answers the question.
I think that's so valid. I don't know. I've come over times where it's like, I think with the whole drug of sequel, or the whole sludge of sequel that we always get, I'm kind of pro sequel in some ways, where it's like, or not sequel necessarily, but like, I love it when new people get to take takes on characters that they really like and get to try their own spin at them.
Yeah.
I'm anti-sequel. I've been hurt too many times. So
yeah, most of my favorite movies, like, I'm scrolling through the ones I have at like 5-star or 4.5 stars. Like, a lot of these I wouldn't want sequels to that don't already have sequels, though.
Right, exactly. Yeah. There was a second part to Nat's question here. It says, also, I would like spread the Crunchbird 1971 agenda. If you have 3 minutes to spare, you should watch it because it's true cinema. There's also the Crunchbird 2, which is even more epic. Thanks. What the hell is Crunchbird? Gotta look this up. Crunch.
By the way, I forgot to answer the sequels I would want to see, though.
Oh yeah, go for it, because I gotta look for Crunchbird.
So I guess for one sequel I'd like to see Battlefield Earth 2. That's the sequel I'd really want to see.
Okay, I'd like that.
Yeah. An actual movie that's a sequel to a movie that's unironically good, in my opinion, that I want to see a proper sequel to, is Tron Legacy, because Tron Reese doesn't count.
Is that the new Tron?
Tron Reese is like the newest Tron, but like, it doesn't have like any of the returning characters. It only has like Jeff Bridges show up in one scene, but like that's it though. Like, it doesn't follow any of the characters that it doesn't. It's basically just another soft reboot, essentially.
Gotcha. Thank you. I appreciate your knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm way too knowledgeable about Tron, and it's all because of Daft Punk.
Is there anything else we had to add to this question, or we want to move on?
I'm good.
Okay. Here we have a question here from Experiment 19113. Have you ever done a Chicago sunroof? What is a Chicago sunroof?
I live in Chicago. What's a Chicago sunroof?
That's what I'm looking up right now. Chicago sunroof. A Chicago sunroof is a fictional slang term from the television show Better Call Saul, meaning the act of defecating through the open sunroof of a car. Oh.
No, never done it.
Sounds like a great idea. Taking a shit in somebody's car from their sunroof? Why is that specific to Chicago?
I mean, Chicago, I don't even see many sunroofs, because, like, what, you want sunroofs for the rain? Like,
yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's rainy, it's windy, it's a windy city. Yeah.
It's like New England Part 2.
Yeah, except not as good.
I like it here.
All right. We got a question here from Frane-15G. Is there any movie you refuse to do an episode on, and why? Furry Nights?
Wait, didn't we answer that one already?
We probably answered it in a question that was asked differently, you know?
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I would never do an episode on Terminator Genesis.
Imagine if that happened.
Thankfully, we never did. We never talked about it.
Thankfully, that never happened. All right. Okay, we got a question here from... hold on. Give me a second to pronounce this correctly. Lazwy Bonus Inke. There we go. Are you friends with Mr. Shafrillis? I see you both watch the same movies on the same day. It's purely a coincidence. And then serious question. If you could wipe one film franchise and only one franchise out of existence, what would it be? I got to think about this one. All right. One film franchise. Let me...
I'm the one who asked this question. Now I do have to think about it a little bit.
Way to spoil. Wow. But did you have an answer, actually? I'm curious.
I have ideas of answers I would give. But there are ones that are like oversaturated though.
Okay.
One that I would kill for good. I feel Star Wars is like is on kind of on its way out in a sense. So I'd probably say,
I don't think it's gonna be gone forever.
It's not gonna be gone forever, but like it's definitely like phasing out though its popularity though. Like I don't really know what to do with it right now. So like what's one that I'm really annoyed by the oversaturation with, like that I would get rid of for good? Maybe Jurassic Park.
But now would this get rid of all the movies, or like how would this work?
No, basically, so like it means that it's not, it doesn't like erase the other movies. It basically means that you can't, it won't, you just can't, you'll wipe out and then wipe out the existence, as in like,
okay, it doesn't,
you can't make any more movies essentially.
Okay, because I was gonna say, if we're wiping from existence, I was gonna say the fucking Fantastic Beast movies, because those are just absolutely heinous. Because like I love the Harry Potter movies. I would get rid of those fucking Fantastic Beast movies, because it's like these were a waste of time. Nobody liked them.
What's your favorite of the Harry Potter movies?
Azkaban is the go-to. I really like that one. I really like the classic feeling of Sorcerer's Stone. Like it's just pure quintessentially children's fantasy. I love that about it.
For me, my go-to always for that series is gonna be Deathly Hallows Part 2.
Yeah.
I think the sequence with Snape's like I feel bad. I barely even like watch the films nowadays because J.K. awful kind of ruined some of the vibe. But the films I feel like is the least of her work.
Yeah.
You know.
I think you can still like Harry Potter and admit that J.K. Rowling's an idiot, because it's both things can be true.
Yeah.
But like, Fantastic Beasts, it's like one of those things where it's like nobody likes us. Not a single soul on earth likes these movies. I have not seen anybody say good things about these movies, because
Johnny Depp did.
Did he? Oh, that's funny.
He was in them.
He's like an empty-headed brain. He's an empty-headed actor. He doesn't really know what he's talking about most times. All right, but if we're talking about movie franchises to like stop them from ever happening, okay, that's different though. Because like Fantastic Beasts is dead. They're never bringing those movies back. Yeah, I guess if we're stopping the movies, I really would like to see Star Wars stop, because I think we have enough. I don't think we're really going to add anything more to it where it's like, oh, yeah, this was worth seeing, you know? It's like, I think we got plenty. And I say that as somebody who is a massive Star Wars fan. It's like, let's take a break here, you know?
I guess if I were to, I probably should have asked it in like two halves. Like one is like, which one would you get rid of what do you wipe out of existence for good, and what's one that you would stop? The one I said one that I would stop is the Jurassic movies, but one that I would wipe out of existence. Some people would probably disagree with me, because some people I know like the original movie, but I'd get rid of the Ice Age franchise.
Ooh.
I mean, no, for the first YouTube video I ever made on this channel properly was on that franchise, and I could not disagree with you. They were mistakes.
They were mistakes.
And they're making another one too, so it's like, I don't. The thing is, though, I think the first one is not, I don't think it holds up that well, and I think it mostly has to do with the fact that it shares too many similarities and was coming off of other computer animated films like Shrek and Monsters Inc. at the time.
I've never really liked Ice Age. I've never hated it, but like I didn't grow up with
an Ice Age episode.
I wouldn't be opposed to an Ice Age episode. I just don't see any reason to do one.
So my thing with the Ice Age films, as far as it goes, is my theory as far as things go, everyone's like, curse you, Shrek, for creating like the whole model that like animated franchise went with. And it's like, I don't blame Shrek for everything there. Like Shrek certainly Shrek'd things up and made a way for CGI animated films to be like profitable, but Ice Age was the one that told you that anybody could do it, basically. And anyone could make their own franchise, and Ice Age directly is at fault for the Minions' existence, which is a franchise I hate even more and despise, which I did not go into expecting to despise. But I, aside from the first film, I do not like a single other one of those films. The Minions and Monsters Defenders are wrong. Sorry.
Oh, that's my favorite movie from this year. I love it so much. I love it so much for some reason.
I was about to say that. Oh, that probably is true because you haven't seen many movies. But then I remembered. Oh yeah, you saw the Odyssey.
I saw the Odyssey.
Wait, okay,
the Odyssey
fine.
was
what
sick.
was your favorite part? What was your favorite part of Minions and Monsters? What do you remember the most from it? Huh?
I like the Casablanca scene.
I like the scene when.
I like the when they did like the Citizen Kane homage.
Oh.
You like the movie references, huh? You like the movie references of the movie. You like the movie that made
I'm
movie
stupid. I like when movies make reference. I want the.
No!
I thought they were done in good taste though.
I like when they said the thing that I like and I clapped and.
Yeah, they were done in better taste. I just still, and that was actually still one of the best films of that entire series.
Oh, that's why I gave it a 6. Where I'm just like, this is the best one. It's like this is a good movie. It's like,
but it's not like amazing in my opinion.
No,
it was when we all watched it and like most of y'all were like getting super into it, and then it was like William and I who were like, no.
Well, William doesn't like anything animated or for children, so like he doesn't get into a lot of that stuff. Like he's the gory horror guy. He's into that stuff, which is good.
To be fair, for me, it was also my second time seeing that movie in one day.
Right, exactly. That probably would cause me to be more annoyed by it too if I had to see it twice in one day.
Yeah,
it's like I haven't seen it since. I probably won't see it for another 3 or 4 years if I had to guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess the reason I was more I was more positive on it because most Illumination movies and like the first 2 Minions movies are basically just junk food, and I felt like this one was trying to be a bit more substantive. The first half was just stronger than the second half because the second half it did kind of devolve into more generic kids Minions.
I mean, it is. Yeah, it's as substantive as a generic kids movie in 2026 can be, where it's like you can see that it's still just a kids movie in 2026, but whatever.
It's still the best of like the pure like kids films this year that I saw. Like again, I've been to the theaters and I saw worse. I saw Animal Farm in theaters opening night.
Oh, can't imagine ever watching that.
No, that's one of those movies where it's like I'm quite content with never watching it.
I have a pretty strong tolerance for this stuff to the point that it's super funny whenever I enter chat sometimes and like Buster says, "Phineas, don't do this to yourself," and it's like I watch bad films in theaters very regularly. It's kind of my thing.
Yeah. All right, I think we answered that just fine, and had a political debate about Minions and Monsters. How about that?
Political subject in this trying times.
Yeah, these are the conversations we need to be having. So,
truly.
All right, this is a question from Lazy Bones Inc. See, I can pronounce it correctly. I subverted your expectations there, didn't I?
Wow.
What is?
I filled up half the community post because like I realized earlier on there weren't enough questions, so I'm like, I'll just keep asking questions then.
Yeah, Too Many Movies Nation really dropped the ball on this one. I'm really disappointed in this fan base. That's it. I'm just disappointed.
I hope your disappointment feels better.
All right. What
not surprised, I'm just disappointed.
The Oily Maniac made of in the 1976 Hong Kong classic film, The Oily Maniac? Come. There you go.
The Cum Maniac.
The Cum Maniac. There you go. Yeah. Put that in the quote chat. The Cum Maniac. There you go. That's one for the ages. All right. Next question from Snarky McCarthy. Is A24 officially ruined after the AI partnership? Now, what does that mean, AI partnership?
You not know.
I please explain it to me.
I think because there is like this AI partner. I mean, it's kind of just become the nature of the beast nowadays. So like I'm used to hearing all the time that all these big corporations are doing like an AI partnership. So like,
but what does that mean? Like an AI partnership? Like
it means that they're probably just using AI to probably maximize or infuse it into their media or output. Essentially, is basically as far as I can understand.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the part.
Well, because like I don't really know. Because like, are they using AI to purely make movies? Like, if A24 came out and was just like, hey, we're not using creators anymore, we're just gonna use AI to make movies, and it's like, okay, yeah, I can see that being a problem. But if they're just like, I don't know, using it in what, like business and stuff like that, or I don't know, maybe they use it as tool. Like I don't know. Like it's such a vague thing to be like, oh, we're using AI now. It's like, through what? Like, what are you using AI for?
I looked up an AI overview on what A24 is using AI for.
We're not gonna read that. Cut this.
All right. All right. I'll read a Variety article. How about that?
Yeah, read a Variety. Yeah. I mean, can you even access a Variety article? The amount of fucking websites that are just like, oh, turn off your ad blocker. No, suck my cock. I'm gonna go into your website with an ad blocker. Fuck you.
What do we need? I think we need you know that scene from Rise of Skywalker where it's like they fly now. It needs to be that, but it's the AI now. The AI now. The AI now.
The AI now. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think they're basically using it for, as far as I can tell, they're using it for replacing storyboard artists with generative AI through their A24 Labs division.
Okay.
Screw you.
Okay, yeah. If you're like using it to disperse jobs, and that is kind of a shitty move. I don't know, is that going to improve the movies? I guess moving forward, is it, like if the A24 movies get worse, I guess we can be like, yeah, they're totally chopped now. So I'll say that. I don't mean to be a fence sitter when it comes to AI, but like I just feel like there's just so much shit throwing when it comes to AI discussions that it's just not a fun discussion to have with people. So like that's why I try to be as I know I'm as filthy centrist when it comes to that, but I'm sorry. That's where I instinctually go, is towards the middle. Because like I want to see how this turns out rather than just being like, I have a definite opinion on this. It's like, I really don't.
Yeah, I don't like talking about it either, to be honest, because it's just like it's not fun to talk about. It's like it gets to it gets to bleak after a certain point.
Right, exactly. It's like I want to see results of a company using AI rather than just being like, oh, they use AI, this is bad. It's like, I don't, again, that's why I was asking, what are they using AI for? When they say AI partnership, what does that mean? Are they just using AI to make movies now? Or in this case, is it just one part of making the movies, which is an important part? Okay, I guess those storyboard artists are going to go to some other studio then.
The whole problem right now is it's one of those things where it's like, I think about the whole thing where it's like first they came for the communists,
Mm-hmm.
or that whole thing, and AI is a very slippery slope, and it's a thing that should be challenged whenever you can, because if you don't challenge it early and put up a storm, there's gonna be some time. Who knows what it like. YouTube might make a rule that all podcasters have to be AI or something. How would you feel AI to any movies?
I'd love that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have to do it anymore. It's like,
what?
Cool.
Come on.
I hate this podcast so much. Put me out of my misery.
You can't tell me you send your child to be raised by a robot.
Yeah, but I wouldn't do that. It's like, yeah, I think that's this thing though. It's like I feel like there's so many sides to the AI problem situation. I don't know. It's just such a vague thing that I feel like it's a lot more complex that I feel like I can't really have a definitive answer on anything around it.
It's not as black and white as you would think.
It's very rainbow colored. There's many colors. Many shades of aquamarine. Just like remember when Vincent said aquamarine earlier? There you go. Callback. Okay, couple more questions. Here we go. We're almost there, folks. Almost there. This comes to us from lazy again. If you were in a room with, here we go, Adolf Hitler, Vladimir Putin, Joseph Stalin, and Emmy from the Bad Guys, who would you kill first?
Guys.
I got... Please get Yinsid back in here. I want him to hear my answer.
You know, I was getting prepared for him to say "fuck you" to me for like asking that question, if he was in here. But
yeah,
you want me to at Yinsid and say we need?
Well, you don't have to. You don't have to.
Yeah, you don't have to. Okay.
Well, okay.
You don't have to. Okay, I'll answer first. Emmy from the Bad Guys. So anyway,
no. What makes Emmy worse than Hitler? I'm curious.
Well, I was gonna tell Yinsid if he was around for this. I was gonna tell him, hey, I asked a question about bad guys because that's what you love talking about, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
I am. Can you answer me? What makes Emmy worse than Hitler?
Well, technically, Emmy annoys us more because it keeps being brought to us more than Adolf Hitler is nowadays.
Emmy doesn't exist, whereas the other three do exist. So, I mean, if she was truly better, she'd actually be real, and she's not real.
Yeah.
Are you denying the legality of a fictional character's life?
Yes.
Yes.
I think that's a pretty easy thing for me to put a stance on, actually.
Look, there's gonna be some day where fictional characters rise up from there.
Listen, okay, you don't got
it'll be like the South Park Imagination Land, special where basically Kyle makes a speech to everyone about how imaginary things are real. That's gonna be Phineas in a few years from now.
No, the merge is gonna happen. The Chris Chan merge, where like the different dimensions of like different animated characters are gonna come into this world. Yeah, I know the merge is gonna happen. I know. You don't have to tell me. So,
do you have to invoke that person's name?
You know what's funny? When I was at MomoCon with Robin a few months ago, I think there was someone was dressed as Sonichu, and Robin kept questioning like when they saw they didn't go up to them, but they were like they said to me like, why is that picture dressed as Sonichu? Don't they know who created that character?
Yeah, that's it. To answer Robin's question, yes, they know exactly who created that Sonichu, which is exactly why they're dressed as them at MomoCon. Like that is the reason. That is like. Yeah, so it's a good thing you didn't ask them because it's like they would have been like, yeah, duh. That's why I'm dressed as Sonichu. Oh, that's so funny. All right, last question, folks. We made it to the very end, and this comes to us from Space Tree Studios. Huh? What? Okay, let's answer this. What did? Hold on. I'm gonna join William. William, I got a question. Yep. What is what did mean?
That was just there to confuse you.
Hal, you didn't answer my last question.
I did answer your last question. All right, hold on.
No,
we're going back. We're going back. Okay.
All right. You're here to answer my last question.
Okay.
All right. I have one more question. I already asked this of you a couple days ago. It's about Bugs, Daffy, and Porky.
Bugs, Daffy, Porky. Okay, what's your question?
Oh, want me to read it out for you, or?
Well, yeah, because I made it to the end of the question thing.
I guess it didn't show up there.
I guess
all right.
Not.
Fuck, kill, marry. Bugs, Daffy, and Porky.
Why am I not surprised where that was going?
Fuck, marry, kill. Oh boy, this is a difficult one. Now, is Bugs dressed as a lady?
Can be.
Could be.
Could be.
Okay. I'm willing to take that risk. Fuck Bugs, marry Daffy, kill Porky.
All right, that sounds good to me.
All right, good. We answered all the questions, folks. Thanks for listening to episode 200. Yeah, this has been that.
Wait, would this episode be 200 many movies?
200 many movies. We did it, folks. We did it.
200 many movies. Ooh, good one.
Yeah, I like that. All right. Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna go fuck Bugs Bunny.
Hi there, Fun here. here from a hit manga Goodnight Pun Pun. Now you're wondering, what am I doing here? Well, apparently even though I'm not part of too many movies or the shit Phyllis this Discord survey, some people ask me some questions, so Hal got me here today, so I can answer these questions. Question 1. Are you really a bird, or are you actually a person that's just represented as a bird in the manga? Well, you see, the manga actually takes from the same universe as BoJack Horseman, so that means I actually am a bird. Yup, it's that simple. Question 2. Why do you abstract? What's that? Question 3. What do you think of the manga's fan base? Absolutely degenerate and fucked up. I do not want anything to do with those freaks, like, at all. Question 4. Are we getting Goodnight Pun Pun Part 2? Yes, next week actually. Fully generative AI. Question 5. Why do you commit that horrible action in chapter 109? What action? I haven't gotten to that part yet. I'm only like at chapter 80 or something. I don't know. And the final question I have here today. What do you think of this director called Michael Haneke?